Yeah, and I think a hit-to-hit that we saw earlier on, right, is between the two duelists. It's Enduis versus Snappy on the Neon. So who's going to be coming out as that better Neon? I think it's going to be difficult to use Neon on defense, but you have to be proactive, take, that kind of map control away. So I'm keeping my eyes on those two players to really be one of the difference makers here.
100%. I'm really curious what the call is going to be here. Will they decide to, for Talon, will they decide to play a tad slower, get a few picks here and there on connector first? I guess we'll have to see if they're already lingering here and having a knife just to scout things out.
Slow move around. Prowler just clear out this lane position. A flash in. Fontu sees a bunch of players, drops down the Razor Vines, and gonna buy his team just a little bit more time. The double Sentinels actually anchoring this B signs, calling for a rotation over as well. Stalled out for the time being. Talon, they're all stuck within this position. They have to commit and go. Flash in. Fontu still playing around the generator. Hadora's been caught out. Oh, with shots from Fontus. Can't connect a single shot. No kills found just yet. Enduis being spotted out from the heavens. Shocked out in just for a little bit of assistance, but Surf's the one to pick up that frag with long range. Killsy. One more onto THYY. It's the last two players of Z11 all coming in from the defender spawn position, and Killsy on such low HP already. But so are the players of Talon. First one surrounded by Bass Babe. Killsy has a sneaking suspicion, picking out the location. Bass Babe's gonna hard clear it. Instantly found. Smokes now, give it over. Into the side they go. Surf marking the positions. Generators found. Kennedy for the last as well. Talon, clean as you like. Beautiful execute into the B site.
Talon definitely did pistol round research on Z11. A lot of the key utilities from the Cypher and as well as from the Vice were definitely focused on towards B long. So basically they only had to push through the Razor Vine and then rush through Hall. After that, everything's pretty much avoided and they took control of the entire site.
I thought that the double Sentinels might actually put up a little bit more of a fight, but both of them essentially didn't get anything.
Yeah. It's very smart coming from Talon here, and that's a deadly outlaw on the side of Snappy. But looks like they really respect that long angle, so therefore it is Herdora just going to be sticking around, just avoiding that angle.
The Bucky on Enduis is on the wrong side of the map, so they don't really have to be too concerned of that for the time being. Snappy, so they're gonna contact play up with this one.
Ooh. Very patient here. Just anticipating. Sir?
Ooh, nicely done, Fontus. Picks up the love player, but concern is towards this B side. It's completely overrun. The utilities put into place. Hadora forced off the angles. Only got a classic as well, so not much he could do. Snappy has got position in the back halls. Scoped weapon, catches onto Hadora. And now here comes the retake from Z11. What can they muster? Do they want to just dive to the spike? That might be an option as well, but looks like they have the utilities lined up in place. They really want to give this a little bit of a bite here. Stunned up onto Snappy. Into the side they go, but THYY providing long range cover fire. Fontus with a nice shot will catch onto Snappy, but still 3 players down towards long in a post-plant position. Smokes out though. Got a bit of a star there for Gravity Well, perhaps, as the fade comes through. TB Loy will feast. Sees the last. Bass Babe picks up one more, but I'm sure this is too far gone already. Low HP, tap on the spike, spotted out. THYY from long range will chip down his counterpart. 2 players standing, so not too bad from Z11 to make things a little bit costly.
Yeah, that was still pretty clean on the side of Talon, despite losing 1 member over here by Doors. Really amazing shot by Fontus. Free upgrade on the Outlaw after taking down Snappy, but the Guardian shots from Long are just too deadly for Z11 to handle. Now, buy rounds here. Surf has that hero rifle on his hands, so I'm really curious if they're going to still overwhelm B, because so far, so good.
Guardian, one up. Oh, sorry. I thought you could disconnect a little bit. You get back? Okay, perfect. Last space round this time around. Yet again, they go straight to the Lion's Den. Snappy picks up the first, but not before he's being traded out. Surf goes down as well. And they lose instant control over mid. Bass Babe picks up the slack, catches onto Kennedy, trying to find a little bit of a gap down towards R, not to be the case. And in the blink of an eye, well, Talon have lost both their players. Bass Babe playing around the smoke. They spot each other, but THYY gotta come out on top of that engagement. So a little bit of a gap and avenue for the spike to get planted here towards this A side, but in a man deficit, Yeah, THYY is gonna be a little bit more aggressive, pushing down all the way into Flower. But the spike yet to get planted. TB Loy has to make this cross here.
There.
Thankfully so, no one's actually marking this. Z11 are all playing for the retake setup.
That's true. They still have 40 seconds on the clock here. There's no utility that's going to be waiting for them on A. It's pretty much clear. But I like this coming from the side of Z11. Wait for it to plant, wait for utility to reveal which site they're actually going towards, and play the
30
buddy
seconds
system
left.
and strengthen numbers.
Spike planted.
Jonah come out to find out where these players are coming from. Nightfall invested.
Marked one.
Tags at least, only one player being tagged up, so unconfirmed positions. They only know that there's one here. Dart comes through as well. Slide in, spotted out, caught on the cross. THYY now left in the clutch. 1v2 for him. He's got a star to work around with. That's all he's gonna get is planted to his position. Here's the jump incoming, but the double swing is good from Z11. Ooh, a rough situation, but a clean one to close out this third round. They avoid the bonus round of TLN Esports and put their first on the board.
That felt so close. It felt like TLN could have had that big shift of a 3-0 and just destroyed the bonus of Z11. Quite costly, but I think Z11's, what do you call this, adjustment to putting the utility much more forward. The Razor Vines, the Cypher, Tripwires on doors, because constantly it has been the point of entry with no contest whatsoever. So them just kind of giving up site control of utility and pushing it at the crevices to have a better stall felt like the best point of action and decision for Z11 to slow this Neon, this snappy onslaught over here.
Yeah, and Lewis kept pretty honest, right? We haven't seen too much of him the past few rounds. So let's see if this continues to be a trend, but he's up close and personal with this Bucky of his, but I don't think they're gonna come towards this position at all.
But we'll have to see here. You're right. It does feel like they both have an inkling, but Snappy, there's a lot of utility there that can keep you on your toes. Even Fontu's ready for the vines as well. Pretty scary.
Seems like they're just gonna get the KO over. That suppression utility might be pivotal up against a double sentinel hold here, as the entirety of TLN Academy just get their equipments ready. Spot out the tripwire, avoid it. Ooh, but the Razor Vines might be good. The scan is perfect though, but stalled out for the time being. Hadora sprays down Snappy, and oh, for two dies to the grenade from the KO. In the meantime, pressure down towards mid as well. Endu is just marking this angle, knows that there's no pressure on the side, so he has the timing to peek out, catches onto Surf.
30 seconds left.
And now Talon, lackluster effort into the site itself. A fast plan coming in from Endu as the spike gets planted. Killsy doesn't need to give away any kills here. As the spike goes down, he just need to buy time for his teammate to come through, but Kennedy finding a little bit of aggression here. Oh, Best Babe none the wiser. Astra spotted out, arm in the open. Endu is now strikes in the back lines. It's all left onto the last two players. THYY is there. One person standing, Killsy, 1 versus 1. They're both blinded. Oh, but Killsy spots him out up in heaven. A bit of an unfortunate flash on himself, Kennedy. That is super unfortunate. And Z11 will absolutely punished. Second round now posted on the board.
That was a lot of sequence, a lot of really key points in such a pivotal moments and sequence of events. I think the most important one was having the cross and Kennedy getting across and getting into Best Babe, because Killsy had to hide a little bit, so didn't see the cross. But at the end, it all boiled down into the big 1v1. And again, that was just so incredibly close. At least they were able to convert that Cosmic Divide into that big victory. Still expensive, but Talon was able to get this big hero rifle for Snappy, 1 orb away from the overdrive, and that can really turn things around in a buy round with Z11.
Yeah, 100%. If they get this orb here, and I think they should be given that opportunity, right? Z11 not fighting for this. So the gun could even be passed over to his teammate.
It's only that 1 star. And playing close.
You want to fight?
THYY instead. They're not gonna get the overdrive, and now just running into the smoke. That's your rifle out of the round, but the Hunter's Fury still catches onto Kennedy. Oh, this effort attempting to execute to the side gets absolutely shut down at the front hurdle. Surf Thankfully so, catches onto Killsy, but still a lot more work to be done. The Spike does not have access here. Serve has got advanced positioning, a little bit of pressure. You might want to reconsider their options. The Cypher, Hadora still marking us his entire B lane position. And the Spike, reconsidering their options, going all the way back towards B.
30 seconds
A lot of
left.
patience here on Cam. There's the Arc Rose with the flash, so pretty much marked already, pretty much contested. So it is going to be hard to go through all of these utility. There's a lot to break.
Where are you?
Yeah, the scan, I don't think it's going to tag onto anyone. We've got the Vice all the way back as well. That's an easy kill for him. 10 seconds left. I don't think there's any chance for them to get the Spike down, let alone a round win here. And Z11, by the virtue of just time itself, they won't allow him to win this one. They double swing out as well to confirm the kills. And Z11, they stave off that equal round win from the A side all the way back towards B. And nicely done from them. 3 rounds now in a row.
Crazy stuff here, Endo with the shoddy over there, and Cosmic Divide even invested to see if they can make something happen. It made sense. They had the recipe for a possible upset, even though it was a bit of an eco on their end with Overdrive and as well as that Cosmic Divide. But Z11 was able to deny that conversion, and they've got a ton of weapons to bring over, and they have their own Overdrive for themselves as well.
Again, this mid battle has been pretty consistent, right? The double doors here, but this time we've got Endois instead. Oh, and is the front runner as well. They want to dash straight in. They don't check the corner. Endois will feast. Hadora picks up one as well. The crossfire trap setup. Lovely to see from Z11. That is exactly how to play this defensive side, especially with a Vice. Off contact, you just explode with the flash. They want to test Killsy now. They jump through the wall and they get spotted thanks to the Cypher ultimate, but still, they need to get the Spike down. The rotation comes through for Z11. And they give it up fully. Z11 just playing fully for this retake. Basbay falls back to a safer angle. They've got to play the man advantages. And TB Loy, and now it's his chance to strike in the corner. Oh, backs a turn. Ventus is there to pick up the frag. No weapon, no primary weapon. Just as classic in hand. Endois tries his best. Oh, sorry, it was THYY to try his best as Endois just absolutely cleans up shop. Triple kill from him. Opens up and closes the round as well. Now 4 in a row for Z11.
I swear, Z11 here, they've been in full control. They really know how to play this deadly combo of the double sentinel, this Vice into a Cypher. And to be fair, again, Astra on paper just has a lot of stalls, so technically there's 3 sentinels on the side of this first half defense for this team, and they don't even have to invest this overdrive. They can still take that over, transition that into the next, and it was such a very full control hold for them. The Razor Vines just really preventing THYY to basically join the people, his teammates on site because of that Razor Vine. So there's just this divide and conquer sort of thing that's happening across the map. You don't really necessarily have to be there. So I think Z11 really is very masterful in this particular comp.
Yeah, you can see that those small little set plays that they have. I think it just speaks volumes to how comfortable they're gonna be playing on a map that, is been one of their staples for a pretty long time. I love that little trap setup. That is exactly how to utilize a Vice as well as a Neon. Now, Neons are best moving forward. You got the Vice to give him that chance to engage as well. So lovely to see that. And if things continue, right, Z11 has got mid under lock and key. Their retakes have been really superb as well. It's going to be a difficult one for TLN Academy as they took that time out to reevaluate their options. What do they have here? A lot of ultimates to work around with and a chance to strike back here.
Go.
Maybe the Cypher, maybe Hadora moving over to A could be the chance here. It is quite the open site utility-wise, but there is Endo right there with a rifle and is able to scout one.
That little jump peek has just seemingly scared them away from the B side.
Yeah, we've been busted. Let's just get out of here and go for another area. Which, Art seems pretty open, but the entire site itself is just riddled with traps, so...
Oh, yeah.
Just basically everything. Astra, Cypher, and Vice combined.
Riku, one little thing, right, is that they have the KO ultimate, but both of the Sentinels are playing offside, so all the utility is going to be online if and when they choose to use this ult. It's a perfect counter. You've got the Astra to play off the utility as well. Let's see what happens here. Here comes the ultimate null command invested. A flash into the side, but the Cypher utility as well as the Vice to the all here. On the attack, no, it doesn't matter. Kennedy just bests him with the firepower. And just like that, Fast Babe goes down. The retake has to be called for. Man advantage for Talon. Only a single ultimate use on this execute, so they have the Nightfall and the lockdown for this retake. Or at least the post plant. Jonah come out, spots nobody within the site.
Face your fear!
Nightfall now invested. No one spotted out just yet. And they have to push, they have to be aggressive. Fontus, nice pick onto the first. Snappy's here around the corner. Fontus picks up a double kill. The half split's gone, cut in half. Kennedy now trying his very best. TV Lloyd, THYY finding kills, finding success. They're low HP, but it's a 1 versus 2 split around the corners, left and right. The double swing potentially could be called for. Time for the spike here and running up close, and TB Loy will absolutely dome him out of the server. As Talon finally put a round on the board, thankfully so. With a beautiful sequence of ultimates and a nice kill to kick off that execute from Kennedy.
They were definitely so unfazed by, again, the rest of the utilities inside the site itself. And I think it's just quick post-plant positioning. I don't think Z11 had a lot of time to sort of recover or like just compose themselves right after that. They were all in post-plant positions. The Nightfall just really added a lot of the confusion. But here comes another Hardora's back. Hardora rather's utility is back onto B. So this is the usual setup that we get to see over here from Z11 that has been receiving quite the success. So I think this is now their air quote default.
Yeah, definitely so. Haven't been spotted out just yet by any inquisitive neons jumping around the corner. They even have a split that could be on the cards as well. Serve as his ultimate lockdown potentially in a post-plant setup, but still they're just waiting for, I guess, the refresh of their abilities.
There's like a little mini game here, things to clear out before you actually enter the place
side
that
quest, you know? You gotta finish all your
Yeah.
side quests first before you can take
Exactly.
on the final boss.
And that's Endo. Actually, Endo decided to pull back. Killsy.
That's rotations being called for. Look at that.
It's just the side quest that we talked about. I'm gonna trigger the shear. I'm gonna pull back. Let's see what trap there is at double doors. You know what? Never mind. It's been quite risky. But here comes the go signal.
Oh, it gets hit by the trip as well, but the stun is there to cancel out a potential frag. Sliding straight into the backside, but oh, Fantus holds it down. Hadora's there to pick up the pieces as well, to back his teammate up. And he's committed deep into the corner as well. The reinforcements all come in from the back of sight. And one by one, they walk through the wall. One by one, they will fall. THYY left behind a screen of smoke and mirrors, and his teammates have all evaporated around him. Nothing to do. 10 HP. He'll be lucky to even save this one. They spotted out where he could be coming from as well. But even let him save this weapon. The stun comes in. The recon dart as well. They spot him out, and they get that kill as well. Z11, they recover after a pretty rough round prior, and now they strike right back.
I don't know about you, Colden, but that round in particular felt like Z11 was playing RTS. You know, they managed to have this big setup on B, waiting for the enemies to attack. They thought that they could... I think Talon had a really good plan in mind. They wanted to use the relay bolt to sort of concuss, to not allow any peaks if they triggered the wire. But at the end of the day, having to push through halls, there's still that razor vine that you still have to worry about. So even if you're able to go through the first layer of defense, there's that second layer that you still have to be worried about. But I feel like every single round, Talon is learning and picking up and just evolving every single time as well.
They've got the right idea, right? Those mini side quests that they've been doing, but they just cannot land that final blow, that final hit up against the double sentinels. As you mentioned, the double layer of utility, but this time perhaps a chance. Killjoy ultimate is in. They should be able to get access to the side. I say that. S42 is just blind fire, sprays TB Loy out of the server, drops the spike as well, chips down the numbers. And while they get that spike planted, they don't have the best utility or weapons for this postman. Let's see what they can muster up here. Z11 looking strong. Do they check the back of the site though? Halls is an issue. Fontus here, I think he's aware of this. Oh, the stun comes in, but a little bit late though. The shotgun's in hand, but he gets the second one as well. Snappy's still alive. Killsy, thankfully so, goes for the trade frag there, but just 3 versus 3 now. Smoke onto the spike, tap of it as well. Gravity well just to suck them off of it, so now they know no one's on it. Talon They desperately need this round. They don't have a spray weapon. They're just sticking the spike in the smoke. Cops a shot to the head. Hadora's on 5 HP, and yet he still connects the round. The spike diffused under their noses by just a sliver of HP.
I can't believe Hardora survived through that entire ordeal.
His head was bonked.
Exactly. He was just so unshaken by everything. It's the spike that was the priority. There were 3 players, but you were right. It was that, weapon disadvantage. They couldn't spray the smoke down, and therefore just really minimizing the odds of being able to just kill the spike diffuser. But Z11, 3-round lead now. Pretty happy about that. They're adding a different layer here, which is the operator that we haven't seen just yet in this map in the series.
Saw him. Little pigtails. Oh, he's crept down low as well. Endo is great idea where he is. I think Snappy is as well, and therefore calls for the assistance of Surf, the veteran of the squad. Taps him out. Hit shot onto the sniper. Stunned onto Babe, but he's undeterred, unfazed. Stunned up, still gets the kill. Second one's his as well. Round the corner, Babe thrives in the chaos. And just like that, yet again, another anchor of Z11 eliminates Talon. In the blink of an eye, every single one drops. THYY holding on to dear life. The drone was spot out his position. The spike lost in enemy territory, and he's not given any chance whatsoever. The Razorvine to make things even more difficult. The crossfires being set up. Triple swing off the contact of the Sova of Killsy. Doesn't even matter, I think. Fontouz has spotted him out as well. Beautiful sequence of events. Z11. If it's not the Cypher, then it's the Vice. If it's not the Vice, then it's the Astra. Every single one of them taking turns to strike fear in the hearts of Talon.
100%. Babe just demolishes Talon in this round. And the thing is, Talon, they had an amazing start to this. They denied the operator player. They took down Endo immediately. And then they had, I wouldn't say a free site, but they had to basically put a lot of utility onto Babe. But in the end, Babe played that so well. And now, we'll see, Talon, you think that they've managed to adjust and figure things out, but Z11 adds, basically it's a 10-layer cake, Colden.
Oh
they
yeah, and well,
every round.
Well, now's a chance to potentially have an answer. Never mind. Endo is again the denier of dreams. Just shuts them down. Oh, and now's a chance for them to strike into this one around the corners. Not gonna check it. Never mind. Fontouz does. Surf bested yet again in that tight little corner. Double man advantage now for Z11. Talon have control over mid, and I think they want to commit back towards A. They've got a player down towards A main as well.
Yeah, exactly. Everything's pretty much fortified. They were able to at least avoid shear, but Babe, again, such a scary player.
Obscuring vision.
Babe, not gonna go for the spam, actually. Jumping up ahead. Oh, the dart is perfect. Scans him out. Kennedy,
30 seconds.
worse for wear, but he's got the kill. Oh, in the smoke, Endo is from behind. Decimates their dreams yet again, Z11. Any chance that Talon gets, Z11 seemingly one step ahead. I love that cohesion there. Endo is, of course, the first one to find success, but here, the communication on point. Babe not going for the spam, waiting for the recon dart to land instead. And then the wraparound from Endo is to secure them that round. It's picture perfect. Z11. Only a single round lost in the past, 9 rounds? That is insane.
Oh yeah, and they definitely want to make this into a 9-3 for sure, but a lot of weapons on the side of Talon this time. They can pull off something incredibly surprising, but there's not a lot of members invested onto B this time around, so it might be a 4-man retake, but we'll have to see here. It is just them slowly sleeping in. They just really want to be safe,
Triple hold all the way towards R. That's a read and a half, and yeah, well, it's a wrong read. You have to find a different book, I guess. Sights being entirely compromised. Talon, for what seems like the first time in forever, they've got themselves in a 5v5 post plan. All the utility you could ask for. a bit of a preemptive nightfall, I would say, but never mind. Snappy's gonna take up all of this map control, so they have information of where they're not gonna be coming from, at least every single one from defender spawn. Hunt is very invested by killz, just to spot out. Oh, but gets denied. Nothing to be found. Kennedy's coming in for the flash into the peak. Finds her first, traded out instantly. And oh, the Cosmic Divide is proving to be an issue for them. They catch on to Snappy as well. And they peek through the smoke. Adora, beautiful isolation there. THYY would be lucky to find a single kill here. Jumping through 1 versus 2. killz gives it away. THYY with the 1v2 clutch to save Talon and gives them a manageable half. 4 rounds now on the board. An incredibly close round, but huge from Talon right at the final hurdle.
That was an impressive, display of presence of mind there by THYY, having to jump in and out of.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second half of the first match between Talon Academy as well as Z11. Strong, very, very impressive performance from Z11 to kick off the first half. A resurgence in the final for Talon Esports Academy, but they've still got a lot more work to be done here on this defensive side. Instant aim in control being given over, and seems like they might be just poised up for a full-on A execute. Endo is spotted out already, but Surf's there to cut him down. Beautiful opening kill to catch onto the entry duelist. And that just makes things a lot more difficult for Z11. Great start though for Talon.
Absolutely. It does feel like during the opening or mid rounds earlier, Surf was trying to shut down a lot of the defenses that Z11 wanted to sort of set up, but it is going to be a little bit different now that they're going to be on the attacking side. Usually they have, especially during the buy rounds, they aggress on double doors. But this time, Pistol, you have to sort of slice and dice the entire map first.
Oh, Bassbabe's got himself into a pretty cheeky situation. Kennedy, aware of it, but is he aware of the 3 players that are just around the corner? It seems not. Lack of awareness. It gets them an opening kill onto the side, but Snappy's there to fight right back. Instant headshot onto Bassbabe as they get the spike planted, but 3 versus 4 is going to be difficult for this post plant. Stun in, they spot out a player down towards Halls. Snappy's there. The cage allows Fedora to play around it. Never mind, Snappy comes up nice and quick. Fontu's there to try to back things up, but killz's a little bit far on the action, all the way down towards B-Long, and yeah, they're just gonna stick the spikes, not even planted for him, so beautiful sequence of events from Talon, the opening kill, as well as Snappy's triple kill.
Yeah, nicely done by Talon here. Again, Snappy being extremely aggressive to make sure that post-plant positioning isn't gonna happen at all, even caught out under the crossfire of his fellow teammate peeking as well. Even though the Cypher cage was there to sort of shield, shield Hardora, it wasn't enough from how Snappy could be in these types of situations.
Yeah, that's double pistols for Talon, if I'm not mistaken.
Can't use it.
Instantly scanned out. That's gonna make things a little bit slower for Endois. He seemed like you want to go for a fast one down towards B-Link. Here, a reconsideration. The cam in doesn't spot anyone. Kennedy at the ready. He's got his utility in hand. Off the bit of contact, he might just pop flash into this. No, Endois, the Bucky of all things, going first, but Snappy catching onto Bassbabe down towards Art. So that's a beautiful pick yet again by Snappy. And here comes the push. Flash out of the smoke. Hedora does his very best to find a little bit of damage on the Surf, but not the kill. Has a bit of man advantage for Talon.
Do they know that they've crossed? That's the thing.
Yeah, not aware. I think they are now. And they capitalize off of that, instantly jumping into their faces. Barely any HP on Kennedy, but still technically a flawless round. So Talon maintain their composure. They bring in all the weapons that they will want into this bonus.
Yeah, despite, Surf being 1 HP alongside Kennedy, that was a really clean round for the side of Talon. Z11, of course, their strength lies in definitely the bigger guns, and usually the double doors, strat would usually work out for them, especially with the Bucky, but I feel like Talon is just so ready for them. Let's see, though. Long feels like their angle at the moment, but with the flash alongside Kennedy, I feel like it will be a bit difficult. Oh, never mind!
Well, that's beautiful, Shaman killz. A difficult one for Snappy to answer back, if anything. Kennedy now playing in the smoke, doesn't have the best weapons. Oh, panic spray, drops a molly to save his life. That service there buys it just a little bit, enough time for 2 of the players. Make that 3 to bolster up this B side. Z11 Do they want to accelerate into this? Seems likely. TB Lloyd just standing in a pile of thorns. And they're just gonna plant in their faces. Not gonna give them a face whatsoever. The cage is there to get the spike down. THYY triple kill out of quad kill from THYY. What the hell was that? Just coming out of spawn. Obliterates everyone of Z11.
That was the bonus, supposed bonus of Z11, their buy round, and they were just decimated by THYY on this Guardian. I want to take a look at that replay. It was completely chaotic. They were able to at least bridge that gap, but THYY with TB Loy with them double peeking, jiggle peeking off of each other, and in the end, it is that big 4K that's going to finish the job. And now Z11, one round gap now, and Talon is slowly catching up.
Yeah, that bonus round will do them massive work. Right now, they're up against a low buy from Z11. His attacking side doesn't have too much lethality. Just gotta avoid Endois, in my opinion. But see what they want to do. Snappy's got a pretty deep angle as well. Avoids the camera.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Snappy definitely wanted to do this play earlier until Killsy was able to shut him down quite early into the peak. But alright, now they're trying different angles this time around here, even though it is going to be from the back end. You just want to scout where everybody's at, maybe confuse or cause chaos by going through spawn, but it's a bit difficult with Surf there.
Kennedy's a little bit cautious of this. The turret was down, now it's broken, so information passed across. Talon should be aware that this is a big gap in the defense.
Yeah, definitely totally gone. And that's most likely the reason why Surface moved to look at water, as Killsy does have the spike, but they still have no information where everybody's at just yet. If they do get a kill onto the Halls player, Kennedy, that would be extremely important to open up B site.
Yeah, either that kill or the one on Snappy that's posted all the way deep long as well.
True.
Seems like B is the commitment. Killjoy's coming over for a bit of assistance. Kennedy has to hold down the fort. He gets stunned up, pushed out of harm's way. It's just a shotgun in his hands, but he makes it work. Peeking out of the smoke, Basnet gives away a kill. Kennedy's trying his very best. Trees go back and forth, but Snappy, the player down towards long, finds a crucial frag in their face. The spike goes down, but not the round though. Jumping around, Killsy unable to connect that frag with just the Sheriff in hand. So very chaotic and expensive round for Talon, but still they managed to get that round in their pocket.
Yeah, it did feel like Z11, the most consolation prize that they could get there was removing some of the guns from Talon's side, but also getting that plant spike for the extra moolah. But Z11, of course, is, you know, they definitely wanted to take advantage of that buy round. They wanted to take advantage of the first half lead that they had, but Talon erases that, and now they have Cosmic Divide because of THYY just dealing so much pain at the second pistol round, or sorry, during their Z11 supposed bonus. Now they're definitely ready for that later on. It is going to be the same setup here where Snappy's going to pull off an aggressive push.
My ult's ready.
Lovely to kick off that first opening kill yet again. Snappy comes on top, B long. That's Endois down. That's your front man. Sharp end of the spear, instantly humbled. Now you've basically just got a stick. You've got to slowly walk around the map to find any sort of advantage.
It's going to be extremely difficult without your duelist. Neon is most especially to bridge the gap and bait a lot of these utility on the board. B, while it feels like the most open, but because of Snappy's operator onto Heaven, does feel like it's littered with the utility. I feel like Snappy is just a walking utility at this point, but that can kill.
Yeah, he is a very scary Cypher Cam, I guess you could say.
Exactly.
Cypher Cam with one shot. Yeah. Well, they might want to test it though. Heading towards his domain, Kennedy's there, drops down. Ooh, he's got to get out of there. The gravity well is super efficient at preventing them from getting any access here. Now I want to pivot back towards Art. The Prowler spots it out, so does the alarm bot. Rotation's being called back towards this A side. THYY, advanced position spotted out. Dashes back away. Now scanning in from Hedora. The lightning fingers have come alive. 10 seconds left. They need to get the spike down ASAP. Planted right in their face, and they jump straight through the smoke. Hedora, best able finding kill, snapping the first stage. Why Kennedy now thriving alive at the back of the side, but there's no more time. Fontu's left alone down towards A main. And they stave off the aggression of Z11 Talon Esports Academy, finding their groove.
Beautiful stuff. They even get to keep the operator for this following round. I wouldn't be surprised if Z11 calls for a timeout here, as Talon now in the lead here in this map after a 4-round gap between the two. And the fact that THYY doesn't even need to use Cosmic Divide. Ultimate economy slowly building towards Talon. And at this point of the game, Z11 is having trouble breaking economy in general as well for their opposition. So it's just one of those things where a lot of these buy rounds, they often find themselves lacking the time to execute. It does feel like they have a plan of sort of going from point A to point B. Every single entrance, they're going to try and check just to try and confuse or sort of destroy the positioning of Talon Academy. But again, it does feel like Talon is just so ready for this call. And it feels like, again, they're always constricted through with time when Z11 sort of makes a decision on a site already.
I think another thing that contributes to that is that you only got one initiator and one duelist around Enduis. If Enduis goes down at the start, it's so difficult for you to actually get control over anything, right? You lose that entry duelist, you only really have that Sova Dart and a drone to get information. And then you got a double sentinel as well as Astra trying to entry into the site. It's not the most ideal situation. So Enduis, got my eye on you to stay alive and find an opening kill here.
Agree. And because of the constant threat of Snappy pushing B long, it feels like that's one angle they're not gonna dare enter. So usually they like to be aggressive in double doors, but so far they've been completely ready. I feel like the assessment is, okay, we've been succeeding, entering through art, getting into the site. So now we just need to either do it sooner and get first blood and converting it to a round win, because so far, just as you said, the beginning of the rounds, they're always one man down. So let's see this if this stack is gonna push through.
The aiming control is really nice to have. The drone's got to spot out that no one's here, so it's gonna put pressure on the defenders to worry about A main. Meanwhile, the brunt of the attack all coming in from art. The turret's the only line of defense, and then maybe TB Loy's there, but now being caught in a weird situation. THYY just stands his ground, marking this angle. They won't get past at all. It'll obliterate it. 3 players decimated at both corners of this attack. Double in art and the one in main, and meanwhile TB Loy is getting control over the entirety of A main as well. 30 seconds left. They have to commit somewhere. They want to test THYY yet again. Well, he's found a different advanced angle this time. Picks up a quad kill. The anchor on the A side will not be deterred.
Oh my word. That was... Z11 had 4 ults off of cooldown. They had... It felt like on paper, especially going through timeout, so they wanted to convert that into using these ultimates to sort of bridge that gap and make sure that Talon does not reach the double digits. But before they can even use anything, it's just the Cosmic Divide. They were just falling down like dominoes one by one in the hands of Talon. So again, it's just one of those things how... Like, it's just this big puzzle now that they really definitely have to solve. Now, they're going back to B long. There is no threat, at least, of Snappy pushing through that area. But they still have to eliminate this threat of the operator.
And again, Enduis will go down as that first blood. He's not having a great time up against the other Neon in the server. Time and time again, he bests him. A flash in for the peak. Snappy's getting a little bit eager. Drone's there. Stun to deter the push, but they want to accelerate into this one. Oh, they're a little bit angry here. Is Z11, and oh, the anger will not be rewarded. Snappy flicks upon a dime, finds that kick.
One enemy remaining.
Third one's found. Surf picking up the pieces as well, and oh, Snappy absolutely chomps upon every single member of Z11. That is 11 on the board. That is 7 rounds unanswered in a row.
Crazy stuff by Snappy here. Just gonna keep Z11 guessing. Where is Snappy? I don't see him anymore. Pushing through B long. Then most likely on site. But guess what? I'm on top of the box. So it's just this big guess. I would say it's a big guessing game, but it's also a lot to clear. We talked about how, yes, there's no utility in that site. Maybe it's just a single star, but Snappy is enough. He is the utility. He is the player.
Don't really have any utility to clear out the op as well. You only have a Sova. You use that recon dart. You don't have anything for the execute. You gotta wait 30 seconds. There's nothing to push Snappy off that angle, and again he's gonna solo hold B. That allows a full stack here towards A. Into the side they go, and down he goes yet again. Endowiz cannot fight any piece of solace here. Serves Molly will catch onto Bass Babe, stuck in the corner as well. And again stuffed at the first hurdle. Z11 just cannot find any foothold whatsoever. Any advantage, none to be given over. Talent Academy, they are thriving in this chaos.
Oh yeah, it was such a close angle to be played by TBLoy into the gravity well, and just really cutting the rest of Z11 to enter the site. And after that, it's quite the head scratcher. It's like, after losing Endo, where do we go? There's B that's been such a hard site to enter, unless...
Ontus, a chance. He's got his ultimate as well. He can even the playing field. The Steel Garden might be an answer. Oh, the shock that's gonna catch up the THYY. Not even gonna see him, but the scan from the KO is gonna spot out all three players. Peeking out now one by one. Kennedy, Labor Spray. Time of the essence. Planting it right in the open. Crossfire is being set up. Killsy's there. Shotgun's not gonna be good for the job. They find the second to last. Vontus comes alive. 3 kills just like that. I don't know how he managed to pull it off, especially considering the first one, the wide swing. But Z11 hold on.
First of all, again, it was Endo, unfortunately not being on the chessboard anymore. But after Fontus getting that big important kill on the THYY was what opened up the map. And guess what? Fontus didn't even need Steel Garden. Those kills were not upgrades. Those were all through sheriff shots. So them having to win through this definitely is them, you know, Z11, they're showing signs of life, because that round prior to all of this, it felt like Talon was going to definitely take this map for themselves. But after that thrifty win and not even investing a lot of ultimates on the board, Fontus really sort of really opened up a lot. Not only that round, but what's going to come after. That big momentum drop for Talon, which is exactly why they really wanted to call this timeout.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say it's a reliable strategy to have rounds like that, but Z11, I think they need a little bit more of that spiciness, right?
Yeah.
We know how good they can be just taking up hit-to-hit duels. So it's lovely to see that, hey, they've at least broken the curse, they've got one round on the board, but you need everyone to come alive, get their aim, you know, up where we know them that they could be to go up against a team such as Talon. Now, of course, first step, side quest, don't give away an opening kill to Snappy. Rule number 1. Let's see if they can keep that, you know, at least in the strat book for this round.
It's possible, because Endo now has the operator. We might see a possible 1v1 at B Long, who's faster on the trigger. We now have even guns, but then there's still a big hold. Endo still needs to know where everybody's at before he can comfortably solo peek this angle.
Want to spot out the utilities of the Killjoy? One by one, they'll break it. Alarm pot's actually still there though. I don't know if they're aware of it. No, they don't break the alarm pot. That is great information for Talon.
That's true. If they go dial back into Art, they'll be a bit surprised that there's just one more that we haven't cleared. Kennedy.
Lovely shot for the first. Important trade coming in from Fontus will even the playing field. And that will thin out the defensive numbers. You can see now Snappy watching over towards B-Link. That is a bit of a gap there. And, oh, beautiful neural theft to review the position of where Snappy is. Swap of the guns, and Endowiz, now is his time to shine. The entry man to give his team a chance here. Snappy back in with this op, but he doesn't have access, or at least a sightline. Has a bit of a suspicion of where he's gonna be coming from, but Endowiz not gonna give him the light of day. No opportunity for a fight here. Lockdown now invested. Steel Garden on the other side of things will remove the weapons from this retake, as the rest of Z11 drills fall back to a safer angle, but here comes the Cosmic Divide. They need to get on site now. Nightfall now invested to push them even further back.
Snappy
Flash in, they take on the fight. Enduis comes alive. Snappy's there as well, but Hadora swings in. THYY from the heavens in a 1 versus 2. But Enduis, when they need him the most, he will best Snappy and pick up a triple for himself.
That's crazy stuff here from Z11. They were able to take control of the site by slowly, divide and conquer through double doors, get that trade, which gave access to, again, that neural theft and into Steel Garden to get space for post-plant positions. And amongst the chaos, they really, truly thrive. And 1 round close to even. Both Neon still get to keep their operators, but one is so much closer to the overdrive, and that might really truly change things. I love the change up for the first time in the second half. We're seeing Snappy investing himself through art, so this could catch Z11 by surprise if they decide to tackle that first.
You're exactly right. Let's see the dynamic. You can see the rotation of Snappy's position. He was down towards B long for what seemed like the last couple of rounds. Now he's shifted over towards art. Prowler here to reveal that there's actually nobody up and close. They can't afford to lean that fade over towards a different part of the map. And a little bit of a trap setup off the contact of the turret. Has that flash prepped up and ready.
I'm thinking about it. Oh, that scan.
Snappy. It's gotta be fast. Shots fired, none to connect. Actually, a tag onto Killsy. He's going in for second dippings, misses the jump. Recon Daughter spot out his position, and the Wiz is coming over TB Loy, finds an opportunity to strike. Back in, trade frags all around the clock. Double defenders here onto the side itself. Oh, but they find the player down towards A main, and TLN, they just absolutely crunch down on the split. They themselves, they pivot around the site. And that is them reaching match point first. 12 on the board, 1 more required.
Do you know how truly impactful a player is on the opposite side? When you move him towards a different part of the map for so many rounds, after so many rounds, and just completely changed the dynamic, just as you said, and completely changed the expectations of Z11. I'm sure they were quite surprised of this switch, and that's the reason why they were a little bit rattled. 1 off again of overdrive. We talked about this for Snappy. Match point for TLN already, and now Z11. They're going to be a bit paranoid here because we need to know where Snappy is before we can make the call.
Exactly, and they don't have the best utilities. Look at Snappy's advanced position down main. The stack on the defenders here. They want to test B-Link yet again. A preemptive volley. And the Prowler will detect that there's at least a couple of players here. The setup that was done in the round previous. Oh, but it gets caught up for the second time. Into the fight they go. Team Flash comes in, but TLN come out on top. Another flash for good measure. But a bit of an even keel. Advantage still given over to TLN's side. They find themselves the man advantage situation. And look at the push coming from Snappy in all of the confusion, all the chaos down towards mid. He's pushed up deep in towards A, but because the Cypher's still alive, the tripwire will keep him honest. Access now given towards this B site. They will prepare and set up all of their utility. Fondoos will get that spike down, but it's gonna be a rough situation. The trip gets broken in the meanwhile as well, so information passed across.
I like this decision making from them. They don't want to plant. Wait. Ouch. No.
Hadora. Trade. Back and forth. An opportunity now. 2 versus 2. Isolated 1v1s across the map. Fontouz, this is everything. A missed shot. THYY punishes. Killsy. They need him now more than ever. The scan would reveal his position. The pre-fire suggests their awareness of where he could be coming from. Marking the angle. First one's clean. A smoke onto the spike itself. THYY sticking it all the way. He's committing to it. Killsy needs to go in now. Oh, and it's not the case. They defuse right under their noses. TLN Academy, despite a rough...
They looked really good at Pearl, so most likely they have a plan in mind to open this bind over here on that veto earlier.
Yeah, a little bit of a change up, right, in terms of the Sentinels, right? The last time they played against Team Secret Academy, they had the Cypher Deadlock. Now they're coming in with the Deadlock Vice. So small little changes. We'll see if that has, any significant difference when you have the Vice instead of the Cypher. I guess you could be a little bit more proactive. You could see how the double Sentinels could be very strong on defense on Pearl. So we'll see how things pan out. Z11 starting out on this attacking side as TLN will forge up this defense.
Really curious to see the Arc Rose flash to sort of air quote replace the traditional initiator flash that a Sky would bring to the table, but they're creeping in short already.
Instant contact being found, a nade just to deter them a little bit. Fontouz cops a big load of damage though. Endo is chipped down a little bit as well. They don't have a Sky, so you're gonna have to live with this damage for the time being. And the stack from the defense, 4 players now here towards A.
That's a lot. That's a lot of invested members over here on towards the correct side as well. There is a sonic tripwire in addition to all of that. So once they enter the site, they need to make sure that they take that down. Tora takes down Snappy though.
A lovely shot to open things up, and that's just gonna cause more attention towards A. Meanwhile, you've got Bass Babe watching towards this B side. Never mind, execute straight in. He's being caught out in the corner, but Surf still stays alive in all of that madness. And yeah, just gonna call for the rotate from the teleporter, but guess who's here? TB Lloyd, never mind. He gets blown out of the server. And the lurk coming in from Bass Babe, beautifully done to get them access here towards this B side. Killsy here, oh, catches him just as he enters the teleporter. So advantage swings back towards Z11's favor. Flash in towards defender spawn, spots out I think at least one of the players. So yeah, now Talon Esports, Kennedy and Server double Sentinels coming in from this retake, and well, they're being chipped down one by one. Kennedy left in an impossible 1v4 as Killsy picks up a triple kill. Z11 pistol on the board.
Z11, I'm really interested to see this Deadlock Vice combo over here on Bind, especially Z11 is such a, we talked about how scrappy they could get and how they thrive in the chaos. I do think the strength of this composition for sure, at least in the first half, is how potentially deadly their post plant could be because of the deadlock, because of that big vice. There's just so much space control that they could do once post plant comes around. But I think for me, it's that big struggle at the very beginning. How do you enter a site with, you have that Arc Rose for sure for that flash, but it's very different if you have something a bit more flexible like the Sky on Bind as the traditional initiator flash in this comp.
Well, Snappy's gonna give it a bit of a look. He's got the Sheriff in hand. Might bait them in.
Listening.
The rest of the team only has classics, so Frontman will lead the charge of 3 players down towards Showers. The haunt reveals no one's home for the time being. They're gonna re-clear this out though. Ooh, the timing will just best them. Killsy just manages to walk away just in the nick of time. Gather back up with his teammates and, well, head over to a site that's free for the taking.
Oh yeah, it feels like B, at least for now or during the pistol round, Talon is willing to invest Kennedy being that solo, I suppose, defender onto B site with all just the Razor Vines. You have that Arc Rose and invest 4 members. I do imagine this wouldn't be the trend once the buy rounds come in, because I don't think a single Vice can really stop a flying Raze, a flying Endo later on. And it might be a bit vulnerable. They're going to be happy with this 5-man retake but we'll see though if they just want to sort of sacrifice this round a little bit.
Oh, TB Lloyd got lost. His teammates went in without him.
No.
Oh, guys, wait up. Oh, and the Brimstone's gonna hear all of that commotion. So this is free ultimate orbs, I guess, for Z11. Their backs are turned. The Brimstone from Twos is right behind them. Oh, this is... Oh! Alright. Calling for a bit of reinforcements. Best way will pick up the last 3 kills. Quad kill coming from him. Flawless round for Z11. Lovely ecos to find.
I feel no empathy for them.
And I guess it was definitely free ultimate orbs on the side of Z11, but it's the question mark is, oh dear, but good thing there is that big sandwich that's happening. But all the kills and ult orbs went to Bass Babe, and usually around this time, if you give a lot of the alt economy towards Steel Garden, and it will definitely, go to the perfect timing. The pace and tempo will go through buy rounds of Talon for sure, especially, round number 4. So if Bass Babe is able to continue this streak, then it would be the perfect timing. But of course, we see now lots of guns on the side of Z11.
Showers control instantly found by Talon. That's great protocols to have. You've got the Sardic sensor deep as well. Natural trap play if required.
Oh.
I'll find you.
Can come in, break of it. Snappy still being baited in for, but Bass Babe on the other side of the map, gonna catch onto TB Loy. That puts pressure now towards the single defender of Vice. Anchoring down that B side, Killsy testing fate, and yeah, we'll get bested Snappy. The wall bounces a little bit further. It's a interesting jiggle, but yeah, nicely done. They get the orb, they find the pick, they drop the wall, and just prevents them from getting access. And yeah, as they break the wall, the Sonic Sense is gonna trip as well. So now they have information of where the commitment's likely gonna be. Endo is by himself here. Snappy hears the boom bot, just gonna get back to a safer angle. It's the only person here on this A side actually. They've kind of read it wrong, and well, we'll see if he can hold his nerve. First one's easy, second one's crisp. The trade is there though. And a chance now for Z11 to get that spike down and potentially find themselves a chance in this post plant. The wall back of sight as well forces all the defenders to come in, funneling from heaven. Flash at the ready. Ooh, on the mark, but not the kill to be found. Bass Babe's position has been noted for. Where is Hadora? That's the question for this defenders. TLN to clear out these positions one by one, but Hadora's in a pretty committed spot. And they're taking their time. They're not going to give them the light of day. Spotted out yet again, the flash being put in place. Surf, beautiful shot right there. Hadora, position has been marked for, and a fantastic, flawless retake orchestrated by TLN.
Beautifully done by TLN. They had a lot of utility to just get a lot of this space. They were just very patient. They knew they had time. All they had to do was sort of play together, keep an eye out on the Sonic sensors and as well as the Arc Rose for a potential frag. But I feel like this kill by Snappy, the 3 kills, the staggered kills, and the 2 back-to-back from short to Bass was really hurt Z11's attack the previous round. But here we go, more buy rounds over here. Bass Babe just won off of the Steel Garden. We talked about this prior where the timing is going to be, the tempo is going to be perfect for a buy round against TLN. So let's see how they're able to utilize this in this round.
In Showers control, this is a bit of the default from TLN. They've shown to have a lot of set plays, right, in the defaults on Pearl. So this one looking like a staple for this defensive side. And well, Z11 might want to test things here. Oh, a big footstep being heard from, I think. So as the smoke fades,
No surprises.
bit of the trip. Nothing to be seen here though, but they want to accelerate into this one. Showstopper being now invested. Here's at the close corner. And Surf to find that first in all of that chaos. Picks up one more onto Fontouz. And just like that, Showers yet again. Bit of a mousetrap there, and Z11 absolutely fall victim to it. Triple kill found. And they just disappear into the night.
Yeah, if we saw RTS in Pearl, I feel like that was turn-based combat over there in Showers. They were taking turns with their utility. In the end, the ultimates, the Gravnet into that big showstopper was really pained Z11. But they're in the site. They've got Steel Garden.
30 seconds
Bass Babe,
left.
a little bit of an angle to work around with. Ooh, but the wide swing will not best Surf. And Hadora absolutely surrounded. Second round on the board for TLN. A nice adaptation yet again. They take the fight straight forward, you know, together with that showstopper of Snappies, and it comes out really, really well.
Oh yeah, they had the right read, even though, you know, it was 3 members invested on the side of Z11. They really want to take Showers control. I feel like there is going to be a big switch up here on where Z11 had a bunch of success over towards B, so I can imagine that they do want to invest again and try on towards B side, but I guess getting first blood before anything else would definitely increase their chances and get some more space. Might be another 1v1 between the Vice players. Never mind.
That was
It's
easy.
done. Yeah.
This time the victory goes in the favor of the defensive side, down towards long. Again, Showers instantly controlled. What a peek from Zerf. Deletes Endo from the server, and yeah, well, again, TLN find themselves advantages in the opening duels, and Z11 are just left to, you know, I guess, struggle and whimper onto the side, just crippled and lack of utility. Endo is again down. They have to go for a contact play. This is less than ideal.
Especially Fontu's going to be leading the charge. No satchel for this Brimstone. Just going to see if anybody's down there in the box.
There's any advantage they could get. Come on,
Yeah,
someone peek into the smoke. Yeah, well,
Fully smoked.
not given the light of day. Triple defense hold here. Prowler down towards Shaos will draw a little bit of attention, but they don't clear the close corner. Nice trade come through, but again, Talon are just not giving them any chance to find an advantage. Molly's being traded back and forth, but they swing upon the spike being planted, and yeah, Surf, beautiful 180, will catch the player down towards bench as well as the planter. Triple kill found from the deadlock, and yet again, Talon showing that, hey, even though they were bested pretty convincingly the last time they played this map, they've already got more than they did last time. So great signs of life for them. And well, Z11 looking a little bit lost.
Yeah, it does feel like Talon Academy, after their encounter with Team Secret on Bind, it felt like it did really truly expose a lot of their weaknesses on this map. So it felt like a needed loss for them to sort of prepare them for the future Bind matches that for sure that's going to happen. Just like this. They look so clean at the moment, especially the first few seconds. It's -3 on the side of Z11 almost always.
And again, the 1v1 Vice duel comes out victorious for Kennedy back to back.
Honestly, crazy stuff. Gonna push through, and now Spike Carrier's gone.
I mean, we're going for solo look, contact. Guys, I've got timing. I'm gonna peek here. Well, Talon are more than privy to it. They're just gonna hold these angles. They've got a bit of a set play as well. Even if they lose that first fight, they've always got 2 or 3 more players backing them up. And now they want to accelerate into this, take a little bit of map control away. They've got the spike in their remit as well. Snappy's in the close corner, and they don't expect him here at all. Hadora's there. Oh, he's got his annihilation prepped up and ready, but no, it misses the mark. THYY just gets out of harm's way. And an ultimate wasted in all of the chaos. They don't even get access towards the site. The Molly's there. THYY, despite being sat down, he sits down his opponent. And Killzy, okay, a bit of a chance, a bit of a lifeline there, but the Prowler's gonna spot out the player back on the side. Tap at the spike though, and Kennedy just needs one shot to the body, but Killzy with a white swing will pick up that 3rd kill. One more on the cards. Nightfall will tag onto TB Loy, and that is a sign for him to teleport. But TB Loy can't hear this. He is deaf. He does not know at all, but now I guess Sixth Sense comes alive. As the spike goes down here towards this B-side, Killzy with just 1 HP to boot. Can he pull off the 1v4 clutch? Are up on the rafters on top of the site. 4 kills found by Killzy. As he breaks apart Talon bit by bit, it seemed impossible, but not in the hands of this skilled player. I mean, brilliantly done to avoid catastrophe.
That's some pretty crazy stuff, being stuck at 32 HP. Killzy really played that in the most optimal way for every single moment. The way that you used Nightfall just to deny the sound cue of having to teleport, giving you a lot of time to go towards B, get that plant, play it over on an off angle, getting that big high ground on top of the box. So it truly is that just really flawlessly played there. And I love the fact that this big fighting spirit involved, like, okay, it's a 1v4 situation. I have 32 HP. I can still make things happen. And because of that, you know, that fighting spirit, it really forced Talon into this timeout, and it kept things even for Talon to sort of be back on the, I wouldn't say back foot economy-wise. I still think they have money, but now it feels like that's a round that they were kind of supposed to win.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, given 1v1s, granted it was a nice double kill, right, Killzy, to kick off the 1v4.
Yep.
But the last 2 kills there definitely shouldn't have been the case. But you really got to give it to Killzy there. Yeah, I mean, that was a beautiful swing to catch onto the player back offside on A.
No escape.
And then very proactive on the B side post plant. But here we go. Money in the hands of Z11, and a fast push down towards B long gets them instant access.
There.
Let's see here. Very fast-paced round this time. I'm gonna actually leave B at the moment. I think they're just gonna go for just a big default over here. Just try to find picks here and there, but Talon just won't budge. They're actually playing very far back at this point.
Yeah. And Lewis just got his ultimate orb from the B long push, and ooh, Snappy, that is aggressive. Actually tags Bastave. But information traded back and forth. Now they know that the op is there and they might want to accelerate into this. They've got the satchel as well as Enduis with the rocket launcher. And into the side they go. But oh, taking the high ground. Snappy avoids catastrophe. Shot being fired but not to be connected. And the smoke's within the side. Oh, it's so close. Everyone back to back against each other. Spike goes down in all of that chaos. 5 players stand on both sides. THYY now peeking into the U-Haul position. Here comes a rocket launcher. No, gets eliminated before he even gets a chance to shoot. QZ now up on bat. Finds a kill onto TB Loy. Jiggle around from THYY. The white swing comes through. The steel garden just to deny any chance of a close range player. The weapons has to opt for a safer angle, but they avoid it. Snappy still has his operator, but I don't even think they have a chance into this round. Yeah, they're being spotted out. The eye will spot them running back into our showers. There's no chance for them to get back into this round. And Z11, they strike back. Wide swing, Surf just trying to save his gun at this point. If he brings it into the next round, that will be a little bit of a consolation prize. They're not going to hunt him at all. So Z11, beautiful execution into the side itself. And somehow they come out on top with quite a lot of people alive.
Oh yeah, the post plant is absolutely deadly on the side of Z11, especially if Hardora and Bassbabe are the ones left alive. And it's just a bit of an exchange of... Wait, it's the second timeout in a row for the side of Talon.
I think they take it back to back. So it was Z11's timeout and then now Talon takes one right after theirs.
Right. It's, again, it's that big lamps control that truly hindered that retake, and having to have, well, the important players alive in a post plant, Hardora and Bassbabe really truly makes things very, very difficult. The Razor Vines just getting so much space for Surf and the rest to sort of cross out, especially these are players that have, you know, playing over contact, prioritizing showers a bit more, onto heaven a bit more. So again, that big showstopper really, just as you said, getting that orb, enabling showstopper really got so much space that they decided to play far back. And you have Snappy also wanting to get the showers orb, but then is prevented by the Razor Vines of the opposite Vice. So at that, they really are playing so far ahead. Like they're both trying to one-up each other 5 steps ahead into the future.
Oh, you can see the mind games are going back and forth.
Yeah.
But Talon there, I think a little bit of a mistake not actually being able to spam down this planter, but never mind. It's going to be a fast-paced round. Surf holds his ground. Sonic Sensor's there.
What?
Trade of utility. He picks up his net and will pay with his life. Killsy just peeking out while being crouched as well. Snappy now around the corner. Bassbabe crouch peeks into the angle and bests the up. So again, the round swings back into Z11's favor. A big pick right there down towards V-Long will cause the defense to be a little bit more flustered. TB now picks up that position down towards Octagon as we go back into a bit of a lull in the action.
And Bassbabe completely decides to clear out Hookah. And Nardora gets a pick across the map as well.
That is lovely push and pull. The Vice making noise towards B forces someone towards A to get an info peek, right? You don't have an initiator here towards A. You gotta put your body on the line, and that's exactly what happens. Kennedy goes down without a peep of noise. And just like that, the site is completely overrun. It's an instant save by Talon.
Planet. My ult's ready.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite the quite the struggle.
It's a huge dot. Sorry.
It is.
What is this?
It's like a size of one entire agent's head from that angle.
That is the biggest crosshair, op crosshair I've seen
Same.
ever, I guess, in
For
a
me
competitive
too, yeah.
setting.
Yeah. It's gonna fit a head like a glove. That's so weird to say.
The head like a glove. Put your head in my glove.
That is also weird to say.
Not ready yet. Retrieving flash.
Alright, let's just avoid all that awkwardness. TV Loy, well, we know he's not an op, alright? He's just saving us, friend. He's not actually using that crosshair. And I think they will be afforded that save. So, important weapons to be brought into the mix, because you can look at the economy, right? It's in a horrible situation. So these two weapons might be the key to success
Help
here.
a girl out, would ya?
And it's really amazing to see that Bassbabe has been assigned on this 4-1 split constantly, having to challenge no matter what gun is at long, whether it's an operator, it's an outlaw. Bash Babe is just so ready to really sort of play mind games as well. I'm gonna crouch, I'm gonna jiggle peek, whatever it takes to take down that long player to dismantle the rest of Talon. Now Z11 is rewarded by this lead, but just as you said, it's all about that big operator. Maybe that's why Talon is investing more members onto long. They want the trade, and they want the orb as well.
It's a showstopper for Snappy. Could be a little bit more dynamic with this AWP, right? Close range, doesn't matter. He's got his ult to work on with. And they're gonna rotate over the Brimstone, perhaps? No. Seems like a bit of suspicion flip on the truth.
The Razor Vines has to be activated here to slow things down.
Oh, pulled out of mid-air. No, it's someone else. Enduis is still alive. He's got to save his buddy, though. Oh, but they're in a world of chaos. All the Steel Garden, as well as the Razor Vines, just encase them. Oh, but Labor Shot's coming in from Canada. He will pay with his life. Killsy comes in for assistance as well. And the backup crew is here for Z11. They aren't deterred by the Steel Garden, not being caught just yet. And a bit of a lull in the action as they redecide their options. 3 players on the defense. Talent here, double to protect this A site.
30 seconds left.
They've got a deadlock wall as well to prevent them from flooding into the site for a fast retake. And Z11, despite them being in such an awkward situation, they call a bit of a pause. They're waiting for the aggression from Talon, but it's not to be the case. Just as I say that, THYY gives his life away, peeking out towards heaven. As the time ticks down low, they get that kill found, and oh, the Han spots out Snappy, and well, he's got an op in hand. Oh, never mind, he swapped that out with TB Lloyd. TB Lloyd's gonna save that op as Snappy gives it a little bit of a look, but if he's not given anything, I think he will just save.
Wow.
Now he's not saving that gun.
No, not at all. It's it did feel like there was a chance for comeback, especially they wanted to rotate Snappy a little bit onto B, get that showstopper for that retake, but there wasn't any space at all to do that. Endo really pushed CT, defender spawn as well, to just prevent anything, any play of some sort. And TB Loy, of course, doesn't want to leave B in case there might be a quick play and use the teleport and just slowly, just quickly transition over to B. And I feel like it's just really giving a lot of struggle to Talon. But also, it's also very characteristic for Z11 to always win the first half. If you look at their track record, at least for this season, it's always them getting such a humongous lead during the first half. It's that big second half is always that big question mark.
Right, but Riku, I mean, I'm looking at that composition. It's a double Sentinel comp on defense. I mean, they should be
true.
A little bit more successful, I feel. I don't think 3 rounds or 4 is going to be enough. I think they need at least 5 and ideally 6 or more. Well, more is not the case, right? 6 would be ideal, but
yeah, this is Z11.
Just get more rounds, 4 more rounds at the half. More than 6.
I'm very bad at math. So it's okay.
Don't worry. Casting and mathing on the fly is not an easy job.
True. Yeah.
2 different parts of the brain, you know?
Yeah. To which brain process used?
Scout destroyed.
Oh, this is a little different now from Z11. The stack from B Long is, I think they've only spotted out the one, but I don't think they're going to anticipate a lot. Yeah.
Oh, Snappy, this is oh, he gets punished. Massive loss right there. The AWP goes down. No trade frag available. If he was a millisecond earlier, I think he might have been on that angle a little bit better, but they're just gonna capitalize that advantage. They're pinging the map. They want to go towards Elbow, it seems. That is an interesting call. 3 players of talent hunker down this B site. Nightfall might be pivotal here. Spotted out. Here comes the execute. They're all deafened. They're all punished. Back of sight. Endois goes up and above. And Kennedy now last man standing. They fully clear him. Endois on a rampage, and he's looking for the ace. Spotted out as well. The Prowler will hunt him down. DHYY, well, will deny the ace at the very end, but not the round win. Z11, they come out on top. That is 7 on the board now. In a beautiful streak of rounds, Talon just have no answer for this type of aggression.
Crazy stuff. I think at the very beginning I was wondering about, it's not going to be the traditional flash that we usually see, because I think, it has been Sky that has been the constant in bind. Well, before Vice arrived for sure, or even when Vice arrived. So it's just one of those things where how will they be able to take space? Of course, they are able to do that with Fade as well into the mix. THYY. Getting... Oh my! Even getting a dink to Fontus.
Ooh. 2 aces denied in this round, which is something I rarely get to say.
Yeah.
The difference of 10 health.
I know. It was just both players just really scary. Endo just taking a lot of space over here. I mean, it was a bit of a broken buy on the side of Talon. At the end of the day, it's going to be that timeout for the side of Talon. I think using all their timeouts in the first half, it is for sure an understandable timeout because they definitely want to take more round wins before the second half, especially that they haven't really converted the operator. They haven't had value for a while now, even though they've been saving that weapon for so many rounds in a row.
And the op was one of the reasons why they were actually doing pretty well on Pearl, right? So understandably why they want to really make that op work here, but it's just has not gotten the success that they would want at all, right? You get a couple of kills here and there, but they're not converting the rounds despite them having the op, or at least information, right? Having a long sight line with the op in hand. They just can't defend the A side, and B side is an issue when Z11 commit because there's so much utility. The Vice with the Razor Vines, with the Fade as well, with the Seizes, there's just nowhere for you to hide. And then Endo just comes flying in, just pops your head off.
Yeah, exactly. The Brimstone smoke as well being vertically placed just to cover the entire vertical A short angle. Her door though.
Clean kill.
Beautiful isolation. That is lovely to see. 1v3 still comes out on top. The Razor Vine's there. He can't move, but he's not taking damage at all. Kennedy's spraying through, but he himself gets bested. Bass Babe down long with the op will catch on to Kennedy. And this change of pace, Talon try to go for something aggressive. Oh my lord, this is the worst case outcome. Losing 2 players, not finding a single frag in the meanwhile. Z11, they can just sit pretty, just gather your forces, choose a side.
Yeah, they were trying to adapt and sort of constrict the space outside of Hookah, but Bass Babe is always ready on too long. He's always ready to take the 1v1 duels from that angle, therefore is able to assist anyone that may be in trouble outside of Hookah. But Steel Garden, just one off here. Orb can possibly be taken onto B-Long if that's still available. So it is now. Let's see how THY will defend against this.
Well, he's sitting in his smoke. And okay, he finds the first, but, well, the rocket is just a little bit too devastating. Just pop it towards the smoke. You know, it's somewhere in that vicinity. And again, Talon forced to go on a save. Feels like TB Law has saved, what, 3 rounds in a row? He's just on the wrong side of action every single time. And Z11 commanding 8 rounds now on this attacking side.
It's been so difficult every single time. It is I'm really excited to see what the first blood score looks like, because Z11 first Talon felt, I think for 3 rounds in a row, it's always -3 on the side of Z11. But after I suppose the timeout as well, Z11 truly has been winning. Number one, Bass Babe's 1v1s has been stellar. I think the 4-1 has been working out for their team. Also, their A short control as well. It felt like at first Surf was being that big fortress, that big defense. But ever since they stopped going through showers, Z11 has no problem taking A or B.
The game plan kind of shifts back and forth, right? Showers is an issue, so what was Z11's adaptation? Well, we'll just give up showers. You can have showers all we want. We're gonna abuse your B-Long, we're gonna abuse your Hookah, and Bass Babe, as you mentioned, he's such a nuisance, right? He's throwing his Razor Vines in towards the side, he's popping his flashes to get them off angles, and he's not being a silent lurker at all, right? He's being a very active lurker, so they have to respect him and his utility because they just can't find him, they can't beat him. And well, he's gonna absolutely capitalize off of all of that action. Instant push down towards Long, break of the deadlock wall. And again, B-Long compromised.
Yeah, they're like already at Octagon, and Surf this time will try to push. But there's a lot of ultimates on the side of Talon. This time they could possibly break it before the second half.
Hookah being held down by TB Loy, but he's on 1 HP. He hasn't even used any of his utilities yet at all. And now Steel Garden will catch the last 2 players on the side. They have to fall back towards a safer angle. A full retake setup thanks to that ultimate. And again, Z11, they don't really have any flashes to get to the side, but it's the combination of utility that gets them access here. Over to Strike Investor now. They want to go for a fast retake perhaps, but Endois, blind spray fire, catches Surf. Not a chance to get him out of there. The wall will deter them for a fast retake as well, so now they have to spend time spamming it. Spike goes down. 5 men on this post plant. Oh, Kennedy doesn't even have the best weapon as well. Snappy has a showstopper. That is the only piece of solace, and he will pop it. A chance now. Satchel's straight into harm's way, but he gets shot out of the sky. Z11 looking undefeatable right now. 9-3 at the half. A beautiful series of events these last couple of rounds. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was, what, 7 rounds in a row from Z11, an impeccable attacking side. Now they switch over to the defense. Let's see if they have something in their pocket for this side, or if Talon can strike back. Fast-paced round by Talon, straight in towards the showers. A jump peek from Snappy, connects the shot. Switch with the weapon as well. Hedora standing his ground, picks off the net, but it's trade frags going back and forth. It's just left onto Kennedy. Reload in the open, 1 HP to boot, but Kilty gets away with his life and buys a little bit more time for Bass Baby to come in for assistance as well. Kennedy set up for the 1 versus 2. Timing not on his side. Bass Baby has passed that line in the sand, and oh, he spots him out as well. Awareness on point as he shuts down that attempt. That is double digits already found for Z11, and things looking real bleak for Talon.
Shower was a massacre house. All the bodies were on the floor in that one particular area. And Z11, at the end of the day, won that trade back to back. The quick cross coming from Bass Babe was the nail in the coffin on that round. It was a quick round for sure. Thought Talon could catch Z11 off guard, but they too are quite quick on the trigger as well. So we'll see now what the adjustments are, because there's not a lot of time here with 3 rounds left for Z11 to take this map home.
Yeah, Talon fully purchased up to this. They're forced by it, even though they didn't get the spike plant, so don't have really much to back up these stingers. It's just gonna be their gunfire and this wall obscuring them for a time being. Oh, Snappy goes ahead of things. He's by himself, stuck in a corner, sat down, but still gets the kill. Bass Babe. Ooh, the ideal situation there. Talon might have essentially lost that map if he went down, so crazy work from Snappy to stay alive here.
There are lots of plot twists. It was the Gravnet, the shear to isolate, and yet Snappy wins that big 1v1. And still a lot of weapons and spray downs that could possibly happen. So, you know, Talon respects the threat and will be happy with the -1 already. Maybe A could be the angle here.
Small gap in the smoke will allow QZ to have a little bit of an angle. And they might just want to run him down, right? They know he has a Marshal, so they have to kind of accelerate straight into close range fights to capitalize off of it, but he just gets out of there, backs off, lets them have control over U-Haul. Side is compromised though, but the defenders are real up and close as well. Molly, misses it by just a sliver. Snappy finds the first, traded back by Endois, and now Kennedy's found a little bit of a gap in the smoke. Are they going to mark it though? Yes, they do. Hedora up from heaven will punish him for that over-eagerness. The last 3 players here, double towards U-Haul, 1 towards short. Trailblazer just to spot out information. They're gonna clear out showers in the meantime, get all the info that they need. Tap at the spike as well, baiting a peek to come through. Endois marking the line, but none to be given over. The molly comes through, backstab in line for Surf, finds that first kill, and now it's just a back and forth motion, back in towards short. A shot fired by TB Loy, and a double being found as well. Talon, a very dynamic post plan, wrapping around the default plant spot, but Talon somehow, scrappy, but somehow still make it over the line.
Really nicely done by Talon. It was definitely a needed risk to buy up in that round, and it was rewarded. Surf for the backstab really helped solidify, and as well as that molly to buy time. The sheriff shots as well were just so clean on the side of Talon. And they got maybe one upgrade for the side of Surf, picked up a Phantom. It was looking grim for Talon because they couldn't reach the free upgrades. It was so risky to go out from their positions, but they were able to make it work. And here we go. Z11 on the weaker buy.
Oh, I like this wall. It doesn't allow them to break the main orb, and never mind. Ooh,
Oh.
wow. I don't know if it's a light out. It perfectly stops them from getting across. They need to break that big circle now, and they're gonna be playing up close and personal. Ooh, Z11's got a little bit of a trap play here. Never mind. All 5 players on the defense are here ready. Smoke in just to let them get up close and personal. Scan. And here comes the nade as well. Fontoons is the first one. And they're all swinging out here together as one. But they're being mowed down one by one. Never mind. Kills the Hadora. Find the kills required. Oh, but now they're getting a little bit lackadaisical. Bass Babe with the first. 6 gets the kill after the second. And that's a thrifty round from Z11, answering right back to Talon.
Oh my gosh, Talon! That full stack was again another site for massacre, and they thought it was going to be clear, but Bash Babe just clean slate. It was just the perfect angle to have a stack of a grab net, to have a beautiful scan coming from the side of Kelsey, just mow everybody down on the side of Talon. Z11 now close to match point rather, and they have a fully decked out slot of artillery and just a single rifle or double rifle on the side of Surf and TB Loy.
Oh, Surf! Showstopper invested, but not the kill found. Never mind, Kennedy's there to pick up the pieces. Fontoons, last man standing between him and then lost sight. No, Surf, just a sliver of an angle. They put pedal to the metal. Talon overrun this A site. Hadora has his ultimate. Annihilation's available for this retake. But the double man advantage, it's not gonna be easy. Bass Babe, first one into the site. Getting control over most the Shower's position, but still a bit of a split post man. Double towards Hookah. Sorry, double towards the U-Haul position. And the lineup's being set up as well. The utility is making things extremely awkward. They'll clear the close angle as well. The Bucky will make noise. And now it's just left onto Bass Babe. Up close and personal. First one's pretty easy, but there's so much more to do. The Molly comes in as well. Bass Babe will be lucky to even escape with his life. He stands and fights, and THYY will collect. And Talon convert a second round now, 1 by 1. Talon. That was a nice execute there, but still a lot more to do.
That was a bit of a broken buy as well on the side of Talon's side there. They are definitely exchanging rounds of air quote thrifties here. A bit of a broken again on the side of Z11. Couple of half shields, only 2 with rifles, but Hadora does have the annihilation, and they could definitely sort of isolate a fight or like get that numbers advantage on a fully stacked team fight, because so far, first few seconds of the round, big team fight almost immediately. And here we go, Sheer is gonna get triggered, but we got TB Loy not going to be isolated, but they at least have an inkling or an idea that some Talon members are going to be stacking on too long. I think the problem is that it's a little difficult to know that there might be a Gravnet play again. It has been done before, so I feel like that's the reason why Talon is a little wary of this potential play. And now Annihilation, jump peak, Hadora tagged a little bit down to 60 HP. And Snappy does... Both Talon and Z11 are quite patient, seeing if anyone dares to peek. Kennedy is able to sneak past Fontoons, so it's gonna be a little difficult. They have no idea that this is happening. Here we go. That's the Seekers now activated. Just a pistol on the side of Fontoons. Quite isolated. Kennedy, though, is able to be safe from the Molly, at least, as he repositions towards short. The plant's going to signal the rest of the 11 to play retake on towards A. And here comes Fontoons with the shots. Kennedy, though, with the trade, at least to keep it all even, keep them on their toes. And still constantly Kennedy being the threat here. Annihilation. Bucky upgrade, if you will, is just the sheriff. There is that Kennedy again constantly being such A human tower on the site itself, constantly moving, unshaken at all. And Talon survives some more. 6-11 now.
I guess I'm the Talon curse. They disconnect and they win 2 in a row.
I know. Those are quick rounds as well. Welcome back.
Oh, I'm glad to be back. Hopefully it wasn't for too long. I get to see Talon on a little bit of a comeback. So 2 rounds now in a row. I saw the tail end of that round was nicely done by them to, have their little crossfires being set up in the post plant. Let's see what they have in store for this one. Money of an issue for Z11 if they lose this one, so a lot riding on this round.
We'll have to see here. Bash Babe close to Steel Garden as well. They really want to be match point already. Felt like they had so many tools.
Information again being passed over. Talon very easily getting control over this B-long position. Gonna leave Kennedy in for a little bit of a look down towards short.
Does feel like, Kennedy may not get the early kills in this 4-1 lurk, but getting the important space is just going to really ruin Z11's momentum here if it happens again.
Steel Garden for this execute if required. Endois dropping down a nade, a flash into the back of the side as well. Got in an advanced position, so high above. But Endois not expecting that from Snappy. Beautiful shots being found. And the molly misses its mark as well, so they gotta get the spike down without any issue. I say that as the orbital strike comes in just at the very end. We'll catch on to TB Lloyd, but Snappy's in such a weird position. He's back aside, he's trapped in with the wall from his teammate. But he's still gonna go ahead of things. Advanced positioning. But he doesn't get the kill though. Annihilation jumping from Surf. But he gets knocked out of the sky. They shot him out of the cocoon as well. A chance now for Z11 to put 12 on the board. One more to find. The molly comes in. The body blocked attempt.
Wow.
I think he's good enough. Yeah, it is. DHYY. Well, it would have been nice if he got a couple of kills, but doesn't even matter. They get him at the end. Z11 in a fantastic retake attempt coming in from them. Only losing Endois. And that is 12 on the board.
Match point.
This time around, again, Kennedy wasn't able to create chaos by taking Lamp's position this time around. It was, I believe, Snappy, but pretty much caught out in the middle of that wall. So it was just very hard to reposition and have a more optimal post plant. So Z11 definitely happy about this one. That orbital strike getting the -1, and now match point for them. Might be pushing it to a map 3 because this is a tall order for Talon to push this to overtime. They have the tools, but we'll have to see.
My ult's ready.
Showstopper, give it over. That ult ball being taken. Endois is there preemptively, but he's got to be careful. And meanwhile, if Endois himself gets a kill, he's one of his. So a lot of back and forth potential here, but the molly and the smoke will deter them access towards the side, towards A. As Kennedy's got his little look, and well, he's been a rat here towards this B side time and time again. Has to activate the sonic sensor, but not to be the case for the time being. Bash Babe aware of this.
Very aware. Knows the 4-1 is coming.
There.
Oh, never mind. The rest of Talon are here.
Yeah, but what can he do? He's just the lone Vice, and yeah, one good smoke, and well, he's instantly taken out of the equation. He's got his ultimate, which might be great for a retake setup, but he's got to wait for his buddies to come in as well. We've got a Nightfall as well as Annihilation for this retake. It bests the wall, and here it comes. Snatches him, and the spike as well. There he goes. Showstopper's not going to connect onto anyone. And yeah, the spike is being kidnapped. They lose the spike in the spawn. And oh, it doesn't even matter because they get absolutely obliterated just like that in the blink of an eye. Z11, they come alive on the retake.
Or in VCT SCA. So I'm so excited to see how, if we're going to be seeing a little bit of a plot twist, or we're going to be seeing some sort of, that is quite expected sort of reaction after the end of the night.
Yeah. The Thai, I want to say super teams, but then I realized that there's full sense.
There is full sense,
in
yes.
Group A. And if this is the landscape for Thai esports in Valorant, I think that is a fantastic sign. You got 3 incredibly strong teams, and regardless of who wins today, I think we're gonna get some really cool action from everyone in Thailand. But of course, this is for fighting for that top seed in Group B. Winner of this gets almost a guaranteed spot in the playoffs, so that is an amazing prospect this time around. Z11 creeping up towards long, gets spotted out. I think they are a little bit aware. The rotation is being called for. Here comes the commitment. A double duelist enters straight into the side. Endois on that coveted ISO. But the survival smoke in the middle of the side allows for the defenders to flood back in. Not aware of that position. Endois comes alive. He still has his double tap already, but Kennedy strikes back. TB Loy here for a little bit of assistance as well. Creeping around the mid-side smoke. THYY is gonna hunker down the side, but well, Fontuza has different plans. He's crept all the way in towards garage. Bassbabe now left isolated down towards C Long, and the Silver might just choose a different avenue of, commitment. He's headed towards B, and then none the wiser. Never mind, make that A.
Very good. That smoke really planted the idea that they might still recommit to C. So I really like this play, slowly creeping up towards that A plant, and they can just sort of, have that big post plant position. They don't have a lot of utility, only the paranoia, but that could still be a big deal for this post plant.
Yeah, we'll have to see how they want to position themselves. That paranoia, as you mentioned, might be pivotal when it comes down to that late round. TB Loy is barely in HP, THYY as well as Caddy tagged up as well. But they gotta be a little bit aggressive in my opinion. Fontuz needs to thin out the numbers for Bass Babe to come up late in the round, but no, they're being smoked off. Absolutely deterred of any vision whatsoever. Creeps out of the smoke, but yeah, now it's just onto Bass Babe. A labored shot, it's not gonna connect onto anyone. And with just 1 HP, TB Loy is just gonna stick the spike, so a flawless retake in towards that late round. TLN Esports Academy pick up the first pistol.
A valiant effort for the side of Z11. They try to sneak their way onto A. Lots of tagged up members, but the buddy system for the side of Talon is just too strong. 4 members still pretty much alive, but yeah, that is going to be pretty scary. Lots of guardians on the side of Talon for this round, so C long, A long are going to be hot spots for this round in particular, so I believe Z11 would want to avoid these parts of the map.
Oh, it's a bit of a snake train here. It's a classic strat that I love to employ in my rank games as well. Follow the leader.
True. Quite effective.
Don't break the Cypher trip though. It's a little bit less than ideal. I don't think they saw it, so that's going to give a lot of information for this defensive side. B-pop perhaps on the cards. THYY spots out a couple of players. The Sun comes in with a paranoia answered back as well. Catches up to a couple of players, but they still have access towards the side. Kennedy still thriving at the back of it. Should be able to get the spike down, I think, but they've got to do it fast because the defenders are all swarming around this position. They're going to jump out the smoke. TB Loy more than aware of it. As it fades, so do the players on this attacking side. One by one, they will fall to the hands of the Talon members. 3 players still standing. They pick up the weapons that they require, and they prevent the spike from even being planted. So, pretty solid round coming in from Talon as they put that second on the board.
Kennedy building up slowly towards that Rolling Thunder, having 5 kills at round 3, and as well as TB Loy 2 off of the Hunter's Fury. So this sort of tempo is going to work wonders later on, especially around round 4 to 5. Once it is going to be some buy rounds for both of these teams. But we will see though, rifle round for Z11. Let's see how they execute this one.
Ooh, fast push from Snappy. He's very much aware of the Yoru teleport, so he's just gonna mark it for the time being, but it'll be crazy if the Yoru actually, if Kuzi actually commits on this. I don't think it's gonna be the case. They're just gonna wait for the smoke to expire and then potentially re-clear this position of the map.
Yeah, this is there's just a lot of alarm bell sounding for sure. Snappy already pretty much pushed up. Last time when they went up against Team Secret, Snappy was at the top of the charts MVP, so we'll see if that will be a repetition of a performance here if they do take this map for themselves.
Oh, Snappy knows all of the information here. Nobody has crossed whatsoever. A bit of a fake being thrown by Z11, but you know, with Snappy being so up close and personal, they know it's not going to be a commitment here towards A. The Silver's going to rotate back towards the other portions of the map. Still, the commitment yet to be decided for Z11. Smoke comes in towards Garage, and it looks like it's going to be a C split on the cards. 2 defenders mark this C side, the Omen as well as the Cypher. Oh, but up and above, THYY Beautiful shot catches onto Bass Babe, and they want to accelerate straight into this one. Endo is leading the charge in towards the site. But so many defenders here, dodges the flash, but still kills to be found. The flood retake is everyone's here for the defenders of Hedora. The first one to pick up a kill, Spike to get planted, but all the kills just flood in for Z11. What is that? 4 kills instantly found without a single trade coming back in favor of Talon. And Snappy being spotted in from the flank as well. He's only got a Bucky and a Ghost, and yeah, it'd be wise to call it quits here because there's no chance for him to get back into this one. As I say that, Hedora's marking the retreat as well, so a near flawless round coming for Z11. Despite them losing their smokes to kick off the round, it's 4 instant frags answered back.
It's crazy that there was just 10 seconds on the clock left. It was only just a few for Talon to hold, but they were dismantled one by one. They wanted to play off from the time and peak. There was even a flash going off, and you know that didn't really deter the rest of Z11 at all. There was time pressure, there was utility pressure, there was so much to clear at backside, but that did not face them at all.
Yeah, you give them the heads-up duels, and that's exactly what Z11 love to take, right? These very aggressive players, mechanically gifted, double duelist compositions. And of course, the weapon advantage, right? So lovely to see. Again, A main being given over towards Talon. They will have full remade over that portion of the map.
Snappy now has the operator, the big win condition from the second half of Pearl. So we'll have to see if that is also the same case over here on Haven.
Great stun to deter things, but here they go back in towards the side. Serves found a great timing, peeks out, gets the first one to Enduis, stops the train of the ISO, the Kennedy, and nuisance at the back of the side. Second one's found, TB Loy. Long range bow will shut down Bass Babe and Hedora. His teammates enter the site, but they don't come out alive at all. He's last man standing with only a single kill to his team's name. And the Spike lost in the mix as well. He's only got a cage to work around with. Oh, and the timing could not have been worse. Hedora peaks just, or at least THYY peaks just as Hedora activates the Cypher Cam. So third round now on the board for Talon.
Crazy stuff by Talon, that stalwart defense, Kennedy on backside, and then the rest of Link just to sort of sandwich the rest of Z11 that wanted to challenge and enter that site. Just even operator not even added into the mix just yet because Snappy was sort of busy looking at A long just to see if there's catch any rotates or stragglers. But you know what more? So if they bump into the operator, we might find out soon. By the way,
the op's this close. That is crazy work from Snappy. We'll pay with his life, and here it goes into his domain. Endois with the shield as well. Easy pickings onto TB Loy. And now it's just Kennedy left alone by his lonesome in the site. Never mind, Selves come in for a little bit of assistance. And he's staying within the smoke, calling for a bit of help. They want to best him. Oh, they enter the smoke, but despite the shield, Kennedy has the advantage of the first shot. And now Hedora, it's deja vu. But this time, a chance, an opportunity. 1v2 now. They both double up onto the Spike itself. And Talon survive the onslaught. Double stack together as one. Friendship is the key, and 4 on the board.
the big high and low at the very beginning. Sorry, at the very end. Talon again. Despite Endo taking advantage of the kill contract, Kennedy holding on to the Rolling Thunder, not using it at all to expose his position, just trusting the process, hiding under the smoke, and just as you said, despite the shield coming from Endo, still able to come up on top, and quick coordination from Talon. And they still get Rolling Thunder for this round for a possible retake, or maybe they don't need it at all.
We spoke here just to deny the op, not that line in towards A main, so it's a great first step to deny this op its success, but the drone comes in. Does it spot anyone? No. I want to be tagged. Oh, never mind. It does catch at the best bait, but unconfirmed is the rest of the team. Garage has been given over as well, and footsteps being spotted out. That's great info.
Fontus has that Hunter's Fury, but with Snappy getting a kill onto Endo, this round feels like we'll use that Hunter's Fury on towards the next round instead.
Headshot.
Kennedy absolutely a monster of a player here, and Surf is gonna follow that up as well. Fontu's trying to back away till the utility expires as Kelsey trying to add chaos from window, but it's not gonna work out. It is gonna be a peaceful end to the round as Talon continues their streak 5-1. And with that said, Rolling Thunder still at the back pocket of Kennedy and Z11. They have a lot of tools to work with, especially in this upcoming round, especially that it's a buy round. Kelsey will have Dimensional Drift after an orb take, but so far it hasn't been the best early rounds for the side of Kelsey. That was the previous MVP of Towards Bind earlier that led to one of the reasons and one of the factors why they succeeded off that map. But this reset, this Haven map is anyone's game for sure. And here we go. It's gonna be a window approach for the side of Z11, checking every single corner. But there's THYY ready for the and Snappy as well, ready for the operator. Paranoia for an aggressive push, but will get punished by Bass Babe. He's gonna leave and smoke, re-smoke rather, as Snappy pushes on an aggressive angle a bit more. Here comes Neural Theft as well on the side of Hardora. Able to analyze the situation as we get to see Kelsey on the way to A. Bass Babe with the teleport in as well. But there's two members that's gonna slow this push. Clone in, Paranoia just to cause chaos, and yet Surf gets a double amongst all of that. Make that a triple. Such stalwart defense, and Hardora trying his best to salvage this round in a 1v2. Spike is spotted, is guarded, and now Hardora is exposed by the Neural Theft and has no choice but to walk onto this crossfire with Graffiti and Hell. Well, Hardora able to isolate these angles, these fights. Here comes the jiggle peek. 10 seconds on the clock. No choice but to peek as well. Here comes the fault line just to buy some time. Kennedy needs to save his own life. 5 seconds on the clock, and that's not going to work out. Kennedy with the clutch. 6-1. Talon continues their undefeated, well, at least streak here on these following rounds.
Well, hi Riku. I saw that incredible round from Surf. How the hell did he get the second kill? He was blind. He was fully blind. Yeah, I wish we could see him on his POV because I was almost 100% guaranteed that he was blinded by the paranoia and he could not see anything. But still, hey, he put up that kind of an incredible defense and a must call of a timeout here by Z11. They really need to find out sort out these issues, because time and time again, these rounds from Talon, yeah, I get it, it's a little bit of individual brilliance, but their protocols, the fast retake, the cohesion that they go in together for a retake or to play back, you know, everyone's on the same page, and it's lovely to see.
Yeah, it's crazy to me that Talon, I mean, Surf in general, I can't help but look back into that round. It was Paranoia into the Yoru flash. It felt like it was a done deal. But again, Surf, one of the most experienced players, not only in Talon Academy, but this tournament in general, having to really show and flex a lot of his skill and veterancy. And while Z11 off of that timeout, we'll have to see, especially with Dimensional Drift. Usually this ultimate really opens up a lot of opportunities for a round conversion, but with Talon having a full buy, it just looks really hard, at least for this round in particular.
They've got control over A main as well. This is a great start for Z11, despite them not having the best weapons. Just as I say, the Hardora just gets peeked from garage and spammed out of the round. So that is one prong of that luck potentially eliminated. Yeah, the site is going to be given over, right? It's going to be a retake setup, but if you've seen anything from Talon so far is that the cohesion is top notch. So this retake might be a little bit scary.
100%. Rolling Thunder, you've got from the shadows as well for THYY to reposition. I want to see if Dimensional Drift wants to be expended here. Most likely the Hunter Sphere as well to gain space.
Oh, amazing Hunter Sphere! He can take double kill! Endois Meanwhile, throwing chaos as he finds a kill to serve from heaven. And the last two remaining players on Talon trying to scramble, pick up these little pieces. The flash in gets him out of that corner as well. A nice shot through the wall will catch onto Killsy. Oh, but the defusing right in their face though has to get off. And Best Babe will best THYY within the smoke. Z11. It looked like a done case. They were faced up against such a strong retake with so many ultimates. But the preemptive one coming in from the Sova, Hunter's Fury picks up a double kill. And then Endowiz with the frag onto heaven as well. What a sequence of events. Massive round coming in from Z11.
You're right. It's that Hunter Sphere that really halved the entire map, well, the entire site there onto a really prevented Talon to have a cleaner setup on that retake. But we'll get to see now. A big buy round for the side of Z11, really good conversion. Now they got kill contract again, which, you know, Endo has been really taking advantage every single round. We haven't exactly seen a dimensional drift play just yet.
Yeah, well, you got the double duelists with their ultimates. I think if any round's the one you do it, it's this one. It pushes your opponents back down to an eco. Their money is looking absolutely horrible. Snappy's got his up, and it's not even on the right side. This is just teed up for a Z11 destruction here towards C. Here it comes, Dimensional Drift, just as you mentioned, just to clear out all these corners, spots them out. What does he choose to do? Double flash comes in, oh, so much chaos, can't see a thing into the 1v1. And of course, Endowiz will win it, Killsy in the meanwhile, finds one more kill, but Kennedy alive at the back of the site, a chance perhaps, around the corner, but just on such low HP and he will go down. But any more other than that double kill. And Snappy, as we mentioned, with the op in hand on the wrong side of the map, there's absolutely no chance for him to go for this one. It would be ludicrous if he tests this triple hold, this triple defense. And he will just opt for a bit of a save, hoping that someone walks into his crosshair, but there we go. Z11, a convincing and strong execute, decimates that C site.
Yeah, that's definitely one way to sort of devalue one of the win conditions of, well, Talon from Pearl. You either flush out the operator player or just completely avoid it at all. With a 3-site map, there's more chances to definitely having to avoid that operator player. And most of the time, it is definitely well positioned either in A long or C long. And Z11 with a dimensional drift, able to scout out, you know, and process of elimination at that. And just really good coordination. Paranoia, lots of flashes, kill contract to eliminate another backside player. And it was just pretty well executed for the side of Z11, and they're rewarded with a very, very clean round for them.
Yeah,
Kennedy, though, that was crazy.
Kennedy tried his very best, but his teammates were just eliminated before he could really have too much more impact. But I want to point out, right, you saw the combination of ultimates that he used, right? The dimensional drift as well as the kill contract. You know, even if the op was on C, well, the Yoru could just find out where Snappy is with the op, and then you just kidnap him into the 1v1. What's he gonna do up against you and your shield with an op, right? So
that's true.
Even if they walked into where the op was, I think it was a perfect counterplay, regardless of where he was playing on that map.
It's, you're right. Like, it felt like there were two options to play that dimensional drift kill contract combo, and it's just, it's so flawless. And at this, I guess the biggest question is, how can Z11 continue this, I guess, possible momentum without the dimensional drift? Felt like they were struggling without this key ultimate. So, you know, not the best opening few rounds for the side of Killsy. I think Talon's first blood has been absolutely scary, and the way that they retake as well has been really stellar on their end. So I guess that's the question. What do they do now without the dimensional drift, as they have been having quite the struggle taking these sites?
Well, you definitely want to avoid this op. It's on the C site, and I don't know if they have a little bit of a read on to Talon, but they're constantly avoiding where Snappy's going to be playing from. A bit of mind games perhaps, but whatever it is, it's working out. They're drawn to spot out a little bit of information. The rotate has been a little bit called for as well. They're leaning more towards this A site. They're actually going a little bit aggressive as well. That is very risky from the side of the defense here. But Kennedy, what a beautiful opening pick, will catch Killsy unawares and unexpecting of that kind of a push. Drone to spot out where the players are going to be hiding from. And they're up close and personal already. The survival smoke in the middle of sight as well. TB Lloyd gonna be playing within it. I think he saw the barrel as well. Yeah. Shotguns are out, into the smoke they go. Oh, the shotgun actually catches the kill. The Surf is there. Surf is always a nuisance here on this A side. Fontouz manages to pull one more back, but it's a 2 versus 1. Hadora, not on the look this time. He's headed towards this A side and... Oh no, wait.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought there was a little bit of disconnection there, but
30 seconds
Hadora's still
left.
very much in this game.
The spike.
Picks up the spike, and THYY and Snappy both gonna give him the respect of that site. As it goes down, they will assume their post plans or the retake situation, spam through the smoke, and yeah, there's just nowhere for Hadora to run off to. The lightning fingers will just pierce through this little cage, and that will get Talon their 7th round of the half.
Surf, I swear, that's, I guess, the second time. I mean, Surf wasn't blinded this time, but just such a I have the word like a little bit pesky for the side of Z11. I think constantly they've been trying to remove Surf like off of the, you know, calculations so far earlier on when they try to attack A, but so far before he goes down, gets 1 of 3 members, and that's just practically enough to dismantle Z11's attack. And now it's a 4-round gap between the two, and now it's a bit of a head scratcher because while they're doing a good job avoiding the operator so far, they're getting the plants, but at the same time they're not exactly winning the trades at the end of the day.
Yeah, it feels like every time they hit over towards A, Serve just does some stupid stuff. That one round, he did just a crazy quad kill. Another round, he was blinded, still got a multi-kill. This round picks up a... the round prior picks up a double kill. Every single time they want to commit towards A, Serve is just there on a fast rotate or the anchor. This time around, Serve's not an issue. Too far away from the action. It's a full retake setup being called for Talon. And so Z11 will get the luxury of that spike plan, but how do they manage this post plan yet again? Spam kill though onto Kennedy. That is a big player to take down. That is the breach. A lot of the retakes are set up and ready.
Cage triggered.
Let's see
Cage
here.
in. Gets them a little bit closer towards the action. No, it's a beautiful utility setup, but oh, the double hold from hell, and Enduis swings upon that contact as well. THYY picks up a double, but that's all they're gonna get. A fantastic post-plan hold from Z11. Despite them being in the face of utility, they still find their mark.
And just as you said, it's the... Surf wasn't there at the first execute on the side of Z11. There wasn't anyone there to sort of foil their plans. It was a full retake, but it did give way for Z11 to do a full med post plan. If you have a full 5 retake, then they can do the same thing. And it was a bit of a high-low, it was sideways high-low, if you will, on Hell, and it really worked wonders for the side of Z11. Now it's a stack onto C. They might run it back all over again because they have dimensional drift.
Hunter's Fury as well. Let's go. We got the Yo to spot out where they are, and the Sova to actually pierce through the walls and catch them. Here it goes. In their faces, dancing around. Backs are turned. Serve is nothing to answer for. Enduis picks up a kill onto THYY, running for the hills. And a beautiful synergy of ultimates yet again orchestrated and demonstrated by Z11. Talon now, last 3 players so far from the action. Snappy is on a long flank. Might be a little bit late for this. Hunter's 3 now tagging onto one of the players. Oh, catches a second, but no kill to be found. Damage done, but not the conversion. And now Snappy, he needs to come alive here. First kill's easy. Dashes around. Catches a second as well. Third one's there. Jump peeks through. Best Babe. Critical kill right there to be found. Oh, Rolling Thunder invested. Stunned up, but TB Loy is still alive in all of that action. Both players actually stunned up as well. Caught in the mix in the crossfire setup. Not on the spike. Dancing around. Beautiful back and forth by Z11. 5th on the board. They try to tie it up as close as they can. It's 7-5 at the half. Talon with a slight lead. All right. We've seen comebacks before. We've seen close matches between these two teams. What's going to be the case here in this final half of the day of the series? Talon lead the half, the small margin of 2 rounds. Z11, they definitely want to answer back here on this defense as well. Instant damage and break up the trip. Re-clear in from this defensive side. Z11 fully clears towards A, and now they have a little bit of inkling of where this commitment is going to be coming from. He looks like the porter call. Into the side they go. Snappy's here, dancing around, blinded as well. Killsy cannot find anything there, but the second line of defense is backing up the first line as well. Hedora with a double kill. And an activation of the trip here towards the seaside. Oh, he can't break it, THYY! Oh, it's a labored situation, but still, activation. 4 players on the defensive side coming in for the retake. Late push coming in from Garage. Fontouz has a bit of a timing. His teammates getting all the attention away. Spotted out as well. Now they're backed in the corner. THYY jumping, right click. Beloy finds one. Fontouz is there for the backup as well, but he's all alone. Left in an impossible 1v2. The crossfire setup. Almost to be the case, but THYY surviving on just a single point of HP.
1 HP for THYY there. Beautiful stuff by the on the side of Talon. They were just coming from everywhere, B to C, and then Hardora able to sort of, slow things down by finding 2 kills. But guess what? It is going to be a C hit at the end of the day. It felt like it was just backstab after backstab, but at the end of the day, Talon was able to get that big win on that pistol round. Big buy on THYY, by the way, with this Phantom. Yeah,
well, curious to see why you put it in the hands of the controller instead of your duelist, but they are the players. I'm just the commentator. We'll see what they want to bring into this one. Aggressive push coming in for Hedora now. Spotted out by the camera, has to fall back to a safer angle now, and he might just want to re-clear this.
Surf though, with a single shot, ghost shot to the head. -1 immediately with Talon in the lead.
Again, you got the low buy, so why not be a little bit aggressive? Take a little bit more risks, but I think Talon are more than ready for this. Henry spots out a couple of players, and yeah, he's just gonna tell his teammates, hey guys, just head over towards this seaside. I think there's 1 or 2 here. That's the majority of the players as well, so should be a nice and clean post-plan situation. Kennedy, he only has a ghost, so can linger around to see if he can pick up a couple more kills.
Oh.
Nice found for the first. Fontouz. Alright, we'll pick up 1 more. THYY coming in for the assist. As Killsy is left alone, 1 versus 4. Firing squad will prevent him from doing anything more than that, and that is a clean second round coming in from Talon Academy.
If I were to take a little guess about the Phantom on the backline, is to maybe prevent a free upgrade in case the duelist sort of falls quite early on the opposite
Fair
side.
enough, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
maybe.
completely valid.
I just thought about it, like just now.
I guess you could be the coach, maybe assistant.
No. I am just a commentator. Here we go. Talon is going to be happy about this one. 2 rifles now on their end. Z11, let's see how they defend.
Wow, there's so much chaos. Killsy, none the wiser. There's a player in his backlines just spraying him down. Beautiful sequence of utility chained up together. Endoist been tagged down low as well. The plan to come in pretty soon. Endoist, though, gets a beautiful frag onto Snappy. That keeps things a little bit interesting. He's got his double tap ready as well. The paranoid comes through. It's beautifully placed. Picks up a second. Activates the shield. And Z11 just come alive in the retake. 4 kills unanswered. Thanks to Endoist to actually kick things off. The first pick and then the second teamed up with that paranoia. It's just everything that you could ask for and more. Beautiful sequence from Z11.
It did feel like Talon had that crossfire potential already. They were in position, but at the same time, it could be that gun advantage on the side of Z11. But also, they were pretty well coordinated. Everybody was just coming from different points of that retake, so it's just so hard for Talon to sort of stabilize on that side. So we'll have to see kill contracts so close, just 1 off on the side of Endo. But we'll have to see on the side of Talon. They're not near their ults just yet, so it might be a little rough of a round, but it is quite even on the gun side of things at least.
In Garage. First of the side quests. Camera to be deleted. That puts a little bit of pressure now, especially together with that smoke. What's the garage window? They might just accelerate into this one. Bassbabe's got to be careful. He's primed up for smoke. Stun comes in, and so does Snappy, but he hits the trip, and it gets instantly deleted to Bassbabe. Flood retake comes through. Hadora's there to back up his teammate as well. And the duelists, slowly one by one, they come back in. Hadora still there, answering back. But Kennedy, double kill found. But who's here but the defender? The main anchor on this side. Bassbabe's been tagged out, scanned out, but still no kill to be found. The drone just to clear him out. This is buying so much time for the assists of Fontouz. Around the corner, THYY with a crucial kill there. Double scan comes in, but they're not aware. Fontouz is crept around as well. Around the corners there, but Ty, beautiful duck peek into the fight. Now that will afford Talon double digits.
TB Loy, I can't believe it. He was 5 HP, able to cross from platform to the boxes. I don't know how that happened because I'm pretty sure Bassbabe had quite an angle. It did feel like for just a split second, TB Loy was neon. Almost for just 1 second, jumping across.
Just flew across the screen, and it's so unfortunate because I think Fontouz had a bit of a timing to creep around, but because there's small little pause that caused Z11 to, or at least that caused Talon to look behind them. B hit of C.
Oh.
Alright, Endois, now's your time to shine. 1v1, what you could ask for. Nicely done, catches on the THYY, but again hit by the trip and deleted. Success for the defense for the time being. They're getting all the kills that they will want. Hadora finds a double kill, a flash peek into the fight of Kennedy, and he will go down. Only finding that single kill as Endois comes in for the trade as well. Serves on his lonesome. He's on the wrong side of the map. No one's there, buddy. Spike is on C as well. They're gonna sit on it like an egg. Watch every single entrance. I'll give him a chance back into this one. So, beautiful defense from Z11. This time around, it works.
Yeah, it's the first time it wasn't. It was just trades all over the place back into a 1v2. But this time, the kill contract really, stopped the onslaught of Talon this time around. So, really good job. Hardora is the only sacrifice off of that round, and it was just clean overall. Economy's pretty stable on their end, so I don't think there's going to be some sort of exit frags happening. They want to save this weapon. It's such a crucial point of the game. You're already at the double digits. You don't want Z11 to catch up here, but there is a possibility, and you saw Talon
10 seconds
have that big overtime when they went up against Team Secret as well. They do not want that to happen again.
A reminder, Z11 is still flawless on this map in this entire split. Right, they won 3 in a row, not dropping a single map. Pretty convincing. I think the closest scoreline was like a 13-10. So this is already matching that, right? Even if Z11 wins from here on out, Talon have already matched that highest round count, and they might even get more. We're looking really likely that Talon have a couple more rounds in this. But Z11, hey, we can't count them out just yet. They've definitely got a bite in them. Money, a little bit of a concern now for Talon as they buy down to, as they go bottom of the barrel, right? They lose this, they're not gonna have buys in the next one. But yeah, Z11 a chance to strike back. 2 rounds in a row, perhaps.
We'll have to see. They have Rolling Thunder for this round. Kennedy has been stellar in the mid-round performances. That's the reason why we almost see him on the Rolling Thunder, but this is going to be a fast execute.
Stun to come in, Killzies around the corner, shoots a jumping Snappy, and THYY is just like, hell no, I'm getting out of there. There's just too many defenders swarming this side. Here we go, pivot back towards this C, and so did the defenders flood back in. Cages on either side to get them access here, but TB Lore through the smoke will catch on the Endois. Rolling Thunder invested, but guess who's here to hunker down this C side? It's Bassbabe. Killzy there to pick up one more as well. The THYY just again getting out of harm's way. The teleport, but this time it's its ultimate to get him across the map on towards A. Bassbabe and Fontouz now on for the retake. The scan to come in will tag him out. Reveals his position. The drone as well to confirm where he's gonna be playing from around the default boxes. The Fontouz more than wise to it. Not gonna give up a 1 versus 1. Paranoia comes through. That's a huge piece of utility invested. Oh, but through the smoke, Fontouz aware of a potential push, and Z11 avoid catastrophe yet again. Could have been a case, isolated 1v1s, but Awareness favors them this time. 8 rounds on the board. They slowly close up this gap.
Bass Babe not getting tagged by Rolling Thunder was just the pivotal moment on why Talon didn't take the round despite investing a lot of utility off of that play. This Bass Babe backside kills 2, dismantles the rest of Talon into a timeout after this, but there was just two choices. Either you want to sort of clear platform or you want to clear CT. You can't exactly have both, but they did see members invested from B, so they wanted to, process of elimination. Most likely Rolling Thunder's better invested towards the right side angle of C, but at the same time, Bass Babe fully took advantage of this. Really job well done by the side of Z11, and now they're slowly catching up. Talon feeling a little bit of deja vu here. They definitely do not want overtime. They want to keep taking this lead, and just as you said, economy's not very nice on the side of Talon at the moment.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rough one. I wonder what's the call. You can see the coach actually very active on the mic. I think it's Rennie, inspiring his players, giving them the right reads. And usually, when Talon take a timeout, they have something creative. Call back to Bind. They had a triple push, I think, down towards Hookah. It got absolutely demolished, but my point being is that I do expect something creative out of the back of timeouts being called by Talon. It's been a consistent case. Let's see what they have in store here. It's a low buy round, but maybe something concerted might be necessary for a win. TB Loy has his ultimate as well, Hunter's 3 available, and Z11 is just going to disrespect the smoke. Instant A control being given over.
I must wait.
Let's see here.
Good.
It's gonna be C with a Bucky, maybe possible.
What is this? Snappy is in the back lines. There's a Hunter's 3. There's an Aftershock as well. Kennedy gets on the Bass Babe. Another shorty into the mix. But guess who's here at the back of the seaside yet again? It's Hadora. Double kill found. THYY spotted out as well. Hit by the vulnerability. Has to back off. And the anchors. First it was Bass Babe. Now it's Hadora. THYY left in the clutch yet again. But this time it's even harder. He's got a stinger up against 3. No utility to boot, just 2 teleports and a dream. The scan to clear out these close range corners. The drone as well might be his demise. They know exactly where he's coming from. The smoke is all he's gonna get. A fake teleport in, cops a boatload of damage. Oh my lord, he's not even seeing anyone. He's already down to 30 HP. Spam through the smoke though, but he has to go for the reload. And Fontouz with the spam through predicts his position. And Z11 deny them a 50 round. And they make things even closer. 1 round the difference.
I want to see a replay of what happened between Snappy over there on CT. It felt like it was just such a long duel for quite some time until the rest joined the fray. But Talon now on their buy round, but they have to bait out so many things. Dimensional drift. There's Hunter's Fury as well. And the operator on the side of Killsey is going to be huge here on defense.
I don't think they've used the op yet, right? So this might be a bit of a surprise. If they go C, that is.
Yeah, they're in the opposite side, and they're doing a good job, returning the favor as they've practically avoided Snappy's operator as well in the first half. So, quite even.
I will say it's a little bit of the stories of the Sentinels / anchors. Bass Babe and Hadora have always been good for at least 2 when they enter his site. This time he's playing a little bit of a retake setup, right? Just off the contact, he's gonna peek out, potentially have a kill with his trips, but they just walk in. They just walk into the site just like that. His crosshairs right on him, but moves it right at the final moment. And I don't know what's the read from Talon, but they just walk into a free site. I say free though, but there's a player around the corner. Enduiz is still here. Hunter's now invested to clear out these corners. And the Yoru ult will determine where these players are going to be playing their post plans from. QZ spots them all out. Paranoia comes through, gets out of it, and beautiful sequence of again the utility is divine, but Snappy, they don't check the close corner. Double kill found. Surf is there. 1 versus 1. It's Fontouz up against Surf, but Surf's all the way down towards long. So Fontouz has no idea where he could be coming from. Expects the luck to come through, but Surf, he clears it. Knows that he's not onto the spike. Fontouz None the wiser, but he has a second inkling around the corner, and a shot through the boxes. Fontouz denies them the round and dashes their dreams yet again. 10-10. As close as you can cut it. Both teams reaching double digits, and Z11. What a series of rounds so far.
Again, this is so fitting. The sequence of events, what's happening right now, 10-10, using your clone as some sort of body block function and denying a spike plant, but it all came through in the end. But of course, that big 1v1 to sort of go towards the side, do a collat headshot instead, a little bit of a fadeaway, if you will. And it was just playing so patiently. Fontouz, play that so well. Talon now sweating a little bit here, Colden.
Well, they might be sweating a lot more. Snappy so close already, just around this slight little corner, but he's gonna wait for the rest of his teammates, or at least play a little bit safer, not gonna give up an opening kill just yet. Just as I say that, Z11 being a little bit more inquisitive, down towards short as well, but still a pause in the action. Both teams expecting each other around those corners. Moment teleport from the shadows, got to spot out that, hey, Snappy is there. But not the rest of the team though, and it is a pretty interesting...
Shadows traveling.
Yeah, no movement for the side of Z11 just yet. Maybe this will bait out a reaction with this fast lane on the side of Snappy, but Killsy though, unable to get the first shot. Land gets the second, but only catches between the middle of the Talon members. Now THYY with it from the shadows onto backside, just getting more control. Herdora will fall. Now to -1 immediately for both teams, but the plant will go down. Post plant is going to be a full man towards long, as Killsy has already arrived in the scene. We'll see over here now. They know where everybody's at, going throughout the high ground, tapping the spike. They are going to abandon that plan just for a little bit. Still smokes. Endo playing up close. Fontouz going to stick towards the spike. Smoke expires, forced to leave. Surf for the frag. Bass Babe. All that's left, 2v2 now. And they're running out of time. Z11, let's see what they can do. They're gonna trust Fontouz here inside the smoke, just missing. They're trying to spray things down. Fontouz with the clutch defuse again. And Z11 up to 11 now in the lead.
Not like this, not again. Wait, was it Fontouz though? Was it Fontouz or was it Herdora and all the way back in Pearl when they defused it with,
oh my
with a
God.
headshot?
Yeah, I think so too.
I think it was Herdora.
Yeah.
Was it Herdora? I think it might have been him.
Yeah, I think so too. There's just so many
like,
clutch defuse by both of these teams. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, guys, this is the consequence that you can't ping the spike through the smoke. You gotta rely on your awareness of how the map is like and where they could be defusing from. So huge round now, Z11, 11 on the board. Looking to put a 12th, and that might be the backbreaker. Talon don't have a lot of economy for this round, so it's gotta be a scrappy one if they want to bring it over the line.
It is Bass Babe now, jump peeking.
Paranoia just to go through. Oh, Snappy can't see a thing. Bass Babe comes alive. Fontouz is there as well. Kennedy's there. But so is Endo is. Double kill found just as the teammates require his assistance. Around the corner, THYY spotted out. Shield to be broken as well. Into the fight they go. Runs out of bullets. THYY 1 versus 1. And he wins out the clutch right at the end. What are these rounds? Talon steal away at another round. The 6 HP, the difference.
I can't. This is starting to look like that Team Secret Academy versus Talon Academy matchup. And now it's all who reaches that match point mark, or are we even getting an overtime? Again, this felt like this was played so well, but the overexcitement, you could feel it. Running out of bullets. It felt like both teams had just so much time, but because one team thought they had the upper hand, they were vulnerable. I'm going to peek. I bet that hit. So that, you know, the thought process is just adding into the chaos here. So now it's dead even for both teams.
You can see both teams making mistakes, right? Nerves potentially showing. It's right down to the wire. And look at the money from Z11. They have nothing. It's an aggressive hold down towards mid with a double duelist, but the cam will keep them honest. They will re-clear this entirety of this A position. A huge gap. Endo spots out a second. Activates his shield. Caught in the midst of the action. Snappy pounces upon it. And activation into this B site. There we go. Dancing around the corner. There's a Cypher here. Hadora, what can you do? You only have a classic. Snappy. Easy shot as you like. Finding a spike. Oh, and not clearing the corners as well. Bass Babe bested by Sir Fontouz. A little bit of a timing, but with so many players around him, even if he gets the first, which isn't even going to be the case, he will get shut down. Talon, 12 found, one more round to secure them that first seed spot in that group and a win over a very strong Z11. But of course, buy rounds to be coming in for the next. Super close, all rounds of regulation, potentially even more required.
Deja vu here. This is exactly the score when they went up against Team Secret Academy. It was them on the overtime until Team Secret took it. It was them on match point until Team Secret took it to overtime. So now, as you mentioned, it is Z11 now on their bye round. Let's see if they're able to push things through. It does feel like they have a lot of like clutch ability. It feels like it's all boiling down to a 1v2 situation or a 1v1 situation between these two players. I guess right now they really have to sort of respect the Rolling Thunder that is online for the side of Talon. I feel like that would be key to secure this victory on the side of Talon side if they want to deny some sort of overtime happening.
I mean, this has to be the best timeout that Z11 has called this entire series. It all lies upon this. They lose this one single round, and their efforts for the past 3 hours would have been for naught. So much pressure, and you can see them cracking under that pressure in the last couple of rounds already. They have to be flawless here. They can't give away advantageous situations again.
Interesting. Having to make a lot of noise, try to pre-fire in case they manage to get a pick here and there, but Dimensional Drift is on the side of Kelsey. So there is some sort of scouting potential for retake later on. They need to take care of Kelsey's life for sure later in the first execute wave of Talon.
And Z11 are all playing off-site. No one's in B, no one's in C. There's essentially only one in the A site. They're playing a little bit scared, I would say. Jiggle peek for information. And the commitment's here. Oh, it's all labored, but Endois gets his kill, and he finds his ultimate as well. But I don't think he catches on to anyone. Snappy now laying down the cover fire. QZ now coming in from the flank as well. Oh, but he gets spotted out. Teleports back into the spawn and allows Endois to come alive out from Garage. Rolling Thunder now invested. They're gonna push back towards this A site. It's just Fontouz. He's stunned up as well, holding down the fort. But Snappy, with a crucial kill right there, gets them access.
30 seconds
Now the
left.
plant to be given over towards Talon, but Killsy down towards Long.
Standing.
And Bass Babe, one more to find. Kennedy left in a 1 versus 4. This is truly impossible to do. And Endois comes alive. Triple kill found by him, and Z11, the round that they needed, the timeout was given. And 12 on the board, we're going overtime.
Woohoo! Again, everything feels like it's all according to the lore that we have right now.
It's part of the
VCT.
script.
It's a part of the script. You've got the two, at least right now at the moment, that are undefeated. And both Thai squads at that, both trying to make a name for themselves over here in this new era of VCT SCA over here 2025. And again, it's just so fitting that the ending or the conclusion, and it's just the group stage. We're not even playoffs yet. And these teams are just really giving us some really like fun times, if you're like an esports fan or a VCT fan or a Talon or Z11 fan, this is definitely such a treat to watch.
Yeah, and it's so funny that these two teams always take timeouts back to back. Z11 takes one and Talon takes one. But I will say though that these two coaches, I think you can tell that they really know their stuff. They're taking timeouts at the exact moment where their team needs it. It's pretty regular. You can see from both sides, but again, this is overtime. How many more strats do you have left? You would have used all of your strats in your strat book in regulation. Now it comes down, in my opinion, to the mid-round calls, to the late-round decisions, and perhaps the opening picks from either side. We'll have to see how that one's gonna pan out, but both teams neck and neck. Could not ask for a closer, a better third map and decider.
Absolutely. This is, again, such a treat to watch, and we'll have to see now. Back when the overtime happened, it was just an exchange of attacking wins until Talon was able to break it and win a defense on a defuse at that against Secret Academy. So we'll see if it's going to be the same trend here.
Just want to give a little bit of heads up, right? The rounds that Z11 have won on the defensive side have all been retakes due to time. Big fight down towards Garage this time. Oh, Snappy! Finds him stuck in a corner. He will absolutely punish him. Stunned up and not able to move anywhere else. Beautiful spray coming for Snappy, and that's exactly what Talon have been looking for this entire second half. Now in OT they find it. An opening kill onto the heaviest hitter of Z11, and now they have so much time to work the map.
Yeah, the big -1 is just so important here for the side of Talon, especially losing Endo. Definitely need that double tap to get the advantage in a lot of these duels, and now that's gone. 50 seconds on the clock. We know how Z11 can get time pressured in situations like these, especially on Pearl earlier.
Is TPLO aware of the teleport that's been set all the way towards A? And look at the stack. It's towards the C side, but A is completely empty. Given over
30 seconds left.
like a player, but they still find an empty site, so that is more than you could ask for, to be honest, for Z11.
Oh, absolutely. Now they hear the spike. Now they're in position. Oh.
No look potential. This is a straight up 5v4 advantage for Talon here in this retake. They got a man advantage. And they're all coming in from the same position as well. What is your protocol? How do you go for this retake here in the overtime affair? The drone to clear out these positions. Paranoia preemptively used. Spots on one player here towards Graffiti. No commitment just yet. Poised up. Smoke coming in from Heaven as well. Fontoos takes the initial contact here. Sliding out from Heaven. Trade frags go back and forth. So the double kill. Kennedy's there, but Serve picks up a triple. And just like that, fantastic retake comes through. Everyone flooding out of Heaven. Trade frags are bound by Talon. And looks like they didn't even break a sweat.
And that's definitely not a good sign on the side of Z11. I do feel like Talon's attack, at least from, you know, like at least the group stage, is much stronger than their defense. So this is definitely a good sign, a good direction for what do you call this, for Talon to take this series home. Another timeout for sure on the side of Z11 here. Very understandable. Yeah.
Someone has to go back in the VOD and count every single time that the timeout has been taken. Does that team win the next round?
Yeah.
It definitely feels like it.
It does though. I think the timeout conversion has been pretty high for both Talon and Z11. I guess it's a matter of how many timeouts that we've had in this series. It's a full map 3 overtime, back-to-back timeouts, even earlier on Bind that we've seen. Crazy stuff here on the side of Talon. Surf feels like a ghost sometimes. Like he just comes out of nowhere and just jump scares you, and the next thing you know, he just deals 3 kills on the kill feed all of a sudden. Yeah.
And for some reason, he loves the A side. It's always on the A side where he finds multi-kills. I don't know why.
Agree.
But he just has an inkling, a bit of favoritism towards this side of the map.
I agree. And when it matters the most too, over here on overtime and D11, let's see if this operator will work out for them.
Standing ahead.
Oh, alt buy is a bit unconventional, but this smoke coming in from THYY is the perfect counter.
There.
No vision whatsoever for this Yoru down towards short. Has to opt for a different angle now. As the camera gets put up as well, force back, clears out that close corner.
Oh. Walking into the operator site. Oh, actually, they go away.
Well, I'm not sure what spooked them, but hey, it is the perfect call. Look who's on C. Absolutely no one. Hadora's gonna hear all of this commotion. Here we go. Full sprint back towards C. Both teams here. A clash of the giants. Hadora tucks himself close up, jumps up onto the platform, somehow picks up a first kill, but sliding backside. Enduis is here to back up as well. Bass Babe marking the Locks position. Paranoia comes through, but there's so many defenders here. Spamboon was smoked. He's YY finds the first. Serve with a shotgun. And then a kill onto Killzy as he's jumping out with the AWP. Fontouz now. What just happened? Instant control over the C site. And Talon now 3 versus 1 to secure themselves a win here. In this group stage up against Z11, Fontouz needs to be aggressive. He needs to isolate these fights. First one on the cards is Kennedy, but it's not even gonna be the case. Instant shutdown. Talon Academy, what a display of prowess.